ask me how we got here, 'cause you don't know how. You say we're taking on water, yeah, we're sinking now. You're looking all concerned, like we're gonna drown, but we both know how to swim, no worries, let's flow for now. Let's take it slow, where you go, I go too. And if you hit the bottom, I'm going down with you. Let's take it slow, who cares where we gotta be? You know you'll have a good time wherever you're with me. Let's take it slow. Days I hate you, but baby, you're still mine. And then we have the best times, no matter what we do. And even when we don't, there's nobody I'd rather choose. Let's take it slow, where you go, I go too. And if you hit the bottom, I'm going down with you. Let's take it slow. Slow, who cares where we gotta be? You know you'll have a good time wherever you're with me. You say I make you nervous, a tragedy, I'm a beautiful disaster, a reckoning. You wonder how I got this way. You think I'm someone to be saved, someone to clean up and tame. Oh, some things never change, never change. Oh. You think I would look pretty on your arm once you cover up my bruises and battle scars, but it always ends the same. Can't bear the things I've had to face, got you crying on your knees in pain. Oh, some things never change, never change. Oh, you'll break your back to make me feel again, suffocate to make me breathe again, lose your mind from endless pain. Some things never change, never change. Oh, redemption never came. I stopped asking for forgiveness, 'cause you should know only fools tread where the angels fear to go, but you keep trying to get too close. Save myself by turning into stone, so save your judgment 'cause you just don't know. But some things never change, never change. Oh, they say I should feel guilty and change my ways, leaving crumpled bodies in my wake. Swear I didn't mean to make them break, swear I didn't mean to make them break. But they're so delicate and so mundane, and they keep coming like a moth to a flame. Oh, some things never change, never change. You'll break your back to make me feel again, suffocate to make me breathe again, lose your mind from endless pain. Some things never change, never change. Oh, redemption never came. crawling around, searching for higher ground. Can't see in front of me, my enemies. I've tried every possibility, ability to know if I can bleed. If that's what you wanted, you won't get it tonight. 'Cause I can fly, I can fly. Crawling around, searching for higher ground. Can't see in front of me, my enemies. I've tried every possibility, ability to know if I can bleed. If that's what you wanted, you won't get it tonight. 'Cause I can fly, baby, you seasons come and go like thoughts of you. Like a wave returns to the sea, into the blue. They change but in a cycle that I can't lose. Each painful but delightful to live through. You came into my life just like another season. Not for long, just a time, just like another season. Maybe this time next year you'll reappear for no reason, but I'll cherish every day until you come my way this season. Seasons turn and change just like your mind. Like the sun gives into the moon, into the night. Time continues marching, it slowly crawls. With each new one starting, I recall. You came into my life just like another season. Not for long, just a time, just like another season. Maybe this time next year you'll reappear for no reason, but I'll cherish every day until you come my way this season. Time of year carries memories like a never fading whisper in the breeze. Oh, we will keep on changing all over again. Yeah, we will keep on changing just like another season. Don't want another day without you by my side. Oh, this season. You came into my life just
Radiant team ban.
The first series of the day, Chicken Fighters versus Level Up in the lower division of the Western European DPC League. You are watching Dream League Season 15, powered by Intel, and I am looking forward to this series, especially because Chicken Fighters have been on the up. Question is, can they take down Level Up? If they do, there's still a chance for Level Up to be less than tiebreakers and basically not make it top 2, and they've looked very good. So I feel like even though coming into the season I would have said Chicken Fighters has the up, this time I would say Level Up has the up, but Chicken Fighters have been looking good. And Chicken Fighters will be Dire this time around, Level Up will be Radiant, Moxie, and we got some bans already. Surprise, surprise.
We do
Treant.
indeed. I'm interested. Why did so they banned out? Who had first ban? Did Level Up have first ban?
Chicken Fighters.
Chicken Fighters had first. Okay, because they banned out. I guess that's the what do you want to call it? Cause and effect, right? So you see Snapfire get banned, you think, oh my gosh, they're gonna go Phoenix or something. You ban out the Phoenix, and then we start to see some of these others. Tree kind of on the up and up recently too.
Yeah, so in regards to Level Up, they have in their previous series of beating Smashers and then also taking the first game against Chicken Fighters, Tree was somewhat instrumental in that. And if you look towards other regions, China is one of the regions that also is first picking or first banning Tree. Mainly because you have the potency of laning phase, this leak seed, the rundown, but then also just the value of living armor. When the game's a little bit slower and you can defend your towers, it all round, on paper it's a very good hero, but it removes map presence in a trade-off for just having sustainability. But if teams know how to operate around it, then it can be very, very good.
They've got the respect pickup too here over on the side of Level Up. You know that Amar's one of his best heroes, right? Is of course Mars. So they snap that up for themselves because they've already banned out the Timbersaw and that Phoenix right off the bat.
Yeah, I guess the main thing for Level Up, the games that they look really good is when Noob's, activated. He has his mid lane where he's not being pressured. He's able to make the moves that he wants to make, and that's when Level Up are, a upper division worthy team.
That's why they take the Lina.
Yeah, sure. You ban Snap and you take one of the heroes away. That opens up for second phase bans potentially as well. But yeah, it's just that's the key thing for me. Just make sure you have an answer to whatever active style of mid he'll play. Will it be the Pango? Will it be the Puck? You've already banned the Snap. You've already block picked the Lina. They're kind of Chicken Fighters are moving in the right direction to at least force Level Up to lean on their other cores to be a bit more active.
Well, you said they recently played each other, right, T? So, and Chicken Fighters took that game, right? That series, rather?
Yeah, Chicken Fighters won 2-1. Level Up winning game 1, Chicken Fighters winning then 2 and 3 after that.
So they're probably very, very aware of what each other likes to play and what they have to remove here from the pool.
10 seconds remaining.
So yeah,
It'll be interesting. I want to see what kind of meta they make between each other,
Well, we already have the mini meta with the tree bans, and then we have this kind of focus and respect towards RDO. It's pretty much most of the bans that teams, when you go against Level Up, they don't often ban out the mids. They're often looking at RDO, his hero pool, be it the Medusa, the Lifestealer, Terrorblade. And when you're first phasing your carry on Chicken Fighters, it does make your drafting a little bit easier because you now have a carry that matches well into a Mars Rubik into the mid game, but also you now know exactly what type of bans you need to give him a good game. And RDO, it's not like his hero pool is the biggest. He does have a very specific hero pool that he likes to play around.
Well, he's got a decent amount of heroes, though. I mean, the Spectre also something that's always pretty nice, depending on where they decide they want to put that Lina on the side of Chicken Fighters.
That's true.
They could shift it. It's nice to have a flex. You put it in mid, you put it as a 4, but you'll be able to get on the back lines if you pick up something like a Spectre, and it also makes sure that, as the game gets later and later, you have something to go toe-to-toe. We
saw the LeBron Jakiro when they played up against No Bounty Hunter last week, and it looked pretty good, but was it picked in the series that they played against each other, T?
No, it wasn't. No, this was, we've only seen it last time I said No Bounty Hunter. Ooh, okay.
Wyvern.
All the flying heroes.
Fighting dragon.
What do you make of this? You're only giving sounds.
That's my processing sound. I'm trying to work out what I want to say. So like the Jakiro pick entering second phase does look a bit interesting. They go for the TB. Okay.
That's an RDO hero if I've ever seen one, Moxie.
Oh yeah, this guy is a huge Terrorblade fan. I believe some might even call him a spammer, but plays a lot of this hero. Did see a couple little buffs recently, bit adjustment. So not surprising that they opt to go for this.
Yeah, I don't mind this at all, just for the fact that you now have Jakiro is quite a lane securer. If this Lina is going to be position 4, he is at least a hero that can play around the attack speed of Lina because you have the dual breath to play into that. Jakiro naturally is quite tanky as well, so he is a soft cover to get Terrorblade through the first 4 to 5 minutes of laning phase. That is one of the biggest weaknesses of the hero. When you don't have meta, you're somewhat a creep. And now Chicken Fighters have a little bit of a problem in the fact that they have a pos 5 that doesn't ever really pressure TB. And you have a carry that doesn't scale well into the Terrorblade. And that's what I mentioned about the whole idea of first phase in the Wraith King. Just because you see the off lane, your bans need to really cover that. And I guess the question mark for me is the Tide Hunter, where they know that level up could flex Mars to mid and to off lane. So they've taken away one of the counters to Wraith King in laning phase. But yeah, it's interesting that they didn't just fully ban out RDO here. Because if you ban out Terrorblade, his next carry in line isn't as like kind of potent. But either way, they need to fix, I guess, the lack of active nature here, where like a Lina mid honestly looks best in my opinion now, and they need to pick up some lane pressure in the off lane. Yeah, I played an unranked game with Fog the other day, and with Yaren as well from Team Dog, and we had Warlock off lane against our Terrorblade, and that was really annoying.
Wow.
Am I suggesting here? No, I just thought I wanted to voice it because it still hurts.
Need to get it off your chest.
Yeah, no, yeah, it was fatal bonds on a hill. Can't do anything.
So obviously Noob is credited for his Lina quite a bit. With Lina now on the other side, you always say it, like if you know really well how to play a certain hero, you also know really well how to play against it, right?
Yeah.
What is easy / really good to play against Lina?
I'm going to have to pivot from that and go, because of the Sand King pick, I feel like the Lina most likely is just going to be your 4.
Okay.
Because
Sand King Lina lane?
Yeah, like you don't pick Sand King here if you're leaving your 4 pick last, because like, you don't want to pick another ranged hero. Like you need to have laning presence. So right now, this kind of solidifies the idea. It's Lina Sand King off lane. You have double stun. You try and pressure the TB if you can get around the constant dual breath spam of the Jakiro. But yeah, it's all about laning phase centric right now. They rely on off lane, and it opens up now the mid pick for Chicken Fighters for Supreme.
Yeah. Puck is still in the pool as well. We know Supreme likes that hero quite a bit.
Yeah, I wouldn't mind if they just banned out DP and Puck here.
Yeah.
Puck alongside the DP, the better wording there. Because right now, level up, they have really strong lanes, and the idea of Jakiro should be able to tank up this double stun combo. He can disconnect with the Ice Path. And then you have Mars Rubik, which is just classic double stun, damage mitigation, quite annoying. They just need anyone to be active here for them.
I want something that's going to be able to dish out some more damage on the side of level up, for sure, because you do have, nice potential when you've got, Alina and the Sand King setup. You've got that aggression already kind of built in, whereas a little bit more difficult, especially when you're trying to babysit a Terrorblade coming out with the draft here for level up. What you thinking, T?
I mean, so level up, they've got 2 options, right? They either ban out a Zeus, because of course you have the classic Zeus v TB, or they don't care about it because they know that they have last pick. Naturally, Zeus going into a last pick scenario never feels great because you just pick another hero of catch. But potentially the Chicken Fighters are covering that with DP Puck. They're like, well, these are heroes that would pressure a Zeus pick. And that's where level up right now deciding, do we respect this potential counter to our carry, or can we just play around it with an active mid that applies a little bit of pressure, quick BKB, and flood the map with the lack of kind of map movement Chicken Fighters can make. And that's kind of, I feel like maybe the discussion's being had right now.
What about a Lesh? Put some pressure down on towers, dump out some damage early, kind of solidify the game for your core. Yeah,
it's really good, especially into the support duo that will most likely be Lina Wyvern. Yeah, that works well.
Yeah.
Dire team pick.
They banned out Storm. Okay. Fair enough. Okay. All right, Chicken Fighters, what are we going for here? You don't really have a mid-game counter to TB right now. That is heavily reliant on your mid lane. You mentioned Leshrac. I honestly wouldn't mind Leshrac for Chicken Fighters here as well. They need
pressure. They need something that's going to be able to put that pressure down and make space.
Exactly. Like the Wraith King will happily go to jungle at like minute 7. Wyvern will soak up that lane. Sand King Lina should be pressuring that off lane. Therefore, your mid, he is open to make plays with the off lane duo.
The sack.
There you go. There you go. So, all right, level up. You know it's a Lesh mid. What can you go for now? And
what is good against Leshrac mid?
You have...
What do you need to have?
Just pretty much wave clear. Just keep equally farming as much as him. Leshrac naturally plays into mid, then goes to jungle as well.
What about a Pugna to put pressure down? I mean, it's not super right? Because the Decrepit's not going to come in handy, but it does have the Nether Ward.
It's a pretty good Pugna game for sure. It's actually a really, really good Pugna game. Just because you have the fact that Lina, and Wyvern are somewhat weak. Sand King can jump you, but there's not a +1 to jump with. So I rate that for sure.
Cold Embrace is no longer that safe.
That's true.
It's not really an embrace. It's actually just kind of a death penalty.
Yeah.
All right, give me the Skywrath Mage. Come on, boys, just bring it down. The mid Skywrath.
Yeah, I'll be down. I'm just trying to look at Noob's heroes right now, and it's like, yeah, it's not like he plays.
Viper. Yeah, he's played Viper. It's the cop-out hero.
It's a green hero. We were close. Is it as annoying? Not so much. But okay, they go for the and I guess the Viper. And I guess the reasoning potentially is you are going to have a tanky frontliner. A lot of the damage from Chicken Fighters right now is magic. Wraith King will do the physical damage, but 3 to 4 items into the game. And that's where Level Up are playing around that. Like, they're not going to allow him that time. So I like the idea of the Viper pick. Have a tanky frontline. Have a guy that can't be ganked mid. Jakiro should be tanking the spot. I guess the only plays that Chicken Fighters might look towards is some Arctic Burn play to remove his tankiness into their Sand King stun, Leshrac kill, take that mid tower, collapse the map. But no, I really like Level Up's lineup. It just looks clean, nice scaling.
Even with the Viper.
No, it's a Viper. You just sit there, you do nothing, and that's what they need. They needed just a dude who just kind of goes, nah.
I guess in that case.
Is that your impression of a Viper?
Wait, okay. So you're feeling Level Up for this one. How about you, Moxie?
Yeah, I like what Level Up has going on just because of the fact that they do have the Terrorblade. Again, this is one of RDO's best heroes, plays a lot of it. They've got, the movement around the map. I would have preferred to see something that could hit buildings a little bit better, like the Pugna. But like you said, Noob, he's played this hero quite a bit. It's comfortable for him, and it's going to be very, very annoying to have to play into. So yeah, I'm going to have to go Level Up here.
And RDO can hit buildings if he gets out of control. If you go like 60 minutes, what's the strongest hero in the game? Is it Wraith King or is it Terrorblade?
It's Terrorblade. Yeah, Wraith
Every
King
time?
doesn't. Yeah, for Chicken Fighter, it's all about Sand King Lina, pressure Terrorblade, play off for the fact that your Leshrac will run around the jungle, and then that's their timing. But scaling, it of course goes to Level Up.
All right, so then maybe Chicken Fighters is on a little bit of a timer?
Sure, yeah, we could say that. I've missed saying that, but yeah, they're on a timer. Ooh, how are they gonna do it?
You want to do my job here?
No,
I will
I'm just
go.
your hype man.
Ooh, are they gonna do it? Let's find out with ODPixel and Fogged.
Indeed, let's see. We'll find out if they can do it. What do you make of this, Fogged? Who's coming out on top for this one? Do you this last pick, Viper, you think is a pretty solid roundup for the Level Up draft, or do you think Chicken Fighters can run them over?
I think Chicken Fighters might be able to run them over. They have a really good skirmish, and everyone has a stun. Love seeing it. We got Sand King stun, Lina, Lash, Wraith King, all can work really well versus TB pre-BKBs. I think that's going to be a big timing for Level Up, especially for RDO. I think Viper's a hero that can soak pressure. I think that's why they went for this. It's a decent lane versus the Lash, and then you, of course, just have your corrosive skin versus all this heavy magic damage. So he's going to be looking to just eat the brunt of the force of all the spells to give that space for RDO. But it looks pretty fun, and it does look like a really dream Rubik game for DNZ. If he's in good positioning, I mean, there's just a plethora of spells. He can get, like, steal from literal anybody. He's gonna get something good. Eyes on him for sure. But yeah, this looks like it could be a very fast-paced game from Chicken Fighters, kind of setting the tempo.
Okay.
And if they don't set that tempo, definitely could see RDO becoming that absolute beast as he tends to do on the
Sure, like, you just feel that there's never really going to be a timing in an even-footed game where the Wraith King's going to be happy standing toe-to-toe with the Terrorblade.
No. Unless they get like these big advantage early, with big advantage plays early with like early Sand King, Blink Dagger, Leshrac taking towers, which could happen. Chicken Fighters definitely can set that tempo with their heroes. Especially because they did put themselves in some quite strong lanes. Well, I think a little bit weaker ones coming out for Level Up, at least at the start here. Mars plus Rubik. Mars is super strong, but Rubik behind is a little bit weaker. They're also versus Wyvern, so I mean, maybe that kind of evens out that lane. But yeah, Sand King Lina could be quite threatening versus the Terrorblade if he makes a couple missteps, just getting chain stunned up. We'll see how it goes. We'll see what LeBron's able to do to dissuade that pressure, as well as Jakiro, one of the better 5 positions to secure a lane.
Yeah, let's see. I mean, RDO, he's probably laned against it all here.
Oh,
Level 25 Terrorblade. He's probably played against this exact duo before. Definitely something that is likely to be picked up against the Terrorblade. So we'll see how well he deals with it and how safe he is able to play against this pressure of Amar and Era.
Yeah. Immediate stuns right off the bat. Creep Wave is actually under the tower here. It's going to push out pretty nicely. but that's gonna hurt RDO's positioning a little bit here with it pushing out so much. And he's, oh, he actually misses a bunch of last hits under the tower.
Got the
there.
one.
Wow, he literally just missed too, just canceled his animation. Bit of a slip up there from RDO. And now with that lane pushing out, it's gonna be a bit tough. Ara's just gonna be able to poke him from the side. ATF, he hasn't skilled yet. So he's waiting to see an opportunity if he does want to go for a stun, or if he just goes for that caustic in lane. And the pull is blocked, as we see the sentry wards down from both sides. Level up and Chicken Fighters making sure. He does kill the stun level 1, just to be able to kill off the illusion. RDO runs for range creep, but he can't. So yeah, Chicken Fighters doing a great job down here at the start.
See level 2. I mean, the move on to Era. Quite a bit of damage here with the Metamorphosis. Yeah, he's going to have to run right away. There's another dual breath up in a second here, LeBron.
He's got a lot of stick charges, though. Already has the 5 built up. So should be okay with the Fairy Fire, too. He's going to throw a stun. I'm going to hit back. But is there salve down here? They do have one on the Sanking, but you don't want to use it onto your Nina.
He's got Mango and another dual breath.
Still got the Fairy Fire. Nara's trying to play on him with it.
What? Who's going to win this one?
Oh my god! So close to salve. He's going to drag the wave.
Alright, and he's just out of range, so Era won't be able to cancel the salve. So at the end of the day, nobody dies, but definitely out of the two of them, Era left in the worst position.
Absolutely. Great plays from LeBron. That's like the dream scenario when you're playing these super hard carries. Look at the last hits. RD is laning in a 1v1 versus the Sand King there when he has Metamorphosis, and he's not getting harassed by
Nina. And this is nice with the creep wave meeting here.
Yep, he's going to be able to deny most of that wave. Era's going to go over and contest. They did bring down some extra regen. He does have use a salve on himself. But look at mid right now, Noob. He's owning the matchup. Just hitting Supreme. Just these constant pokes from that poison attack at level 3 is quite obnoxious. Top also, Wyvern does not, we heard it even in like the Poppy interview. Wyvern, just not a strong 5 position in the lane. Gets to progress later on, but versus Mars, it's like the strongest lane and offlaner at the moment, especially versus something like Wraith King with low armor. Funnick. Almost having every single last hit in the lane right now. I think he's only missed like 2 or 3.
I've seen Funnick have some good games, and this is definitely looking like the opening of another.
Yep.
With a laning stage like this.
He should be. Arctic Burn will end, but don't think they can chase. They've got creep aggro, and I mean, mid is just a disaster. Supreme, what's going on over here? He's getting crushed. Noob's even farming the small camp with Nether Toxin while also farming the whole lane. He actually got a stack off on the small camp too. So 8 of those creeps or so are that. But I mean, still, he's crushing this matchup.
You feel that, sure, the Viper will have an edge, but you would imagine the Lesh would be able to maybe even keep up in some instances when you see this matchup?
Not fully keep up, but it should not be this one-sided. 12 to 28, or 12 to 20, let's say, because 8 of those, as we said, are probably just the small camp. But either way, it should not be that one-sided. It's not an easy matchup for the Lesh, but man, Noob is just dominating him.
And it's definitely one of those matchups that, if you're not doing great in the first minute of the lane, it's going to really build up, right? The power of the Viper against you.
Yeah,
you start falling behind early, the lane's kind of over from that.
And it's actually really important to point out, they did not ward the mid lane for the Lesh. So that actually makes it a lot harder for you to secure these range creep. While Noob, he has a ward on high ground. So he's able to just get these natural pokes onto the Lesh every single time he steps up.
Radiant's top tower is under attack.
There's some pressure here. Yeah, Level Up has put themselves in a position to, looks like almost crush 2 lanes right now. And bottom, they're doing just fine on RDO. He's actually got the raindrop already picked up. Charlie will get the kill. Much needed.
I'm gonna get that first blood there with the skeletons.
Noob is gonna be 6 really soon in mid. Supreme might just get pushed out of lane and have to jungle.
I mean, yeah, but once the 6 is online, if he's ever in range of the Viper Strike, he's got to be ready with the TP out. Otherwise, he'll die.
Yeah, there's boots already. Noob just rushed the boots out. Lesh does not have boots just yet from the 150 gold or so. So yeah, this is a absolute stomping by Noob, as we've seen a lot of times. I mean, sometimes he just really outplays those opposing mid laners. As yeah, Lesh has to now work on his stat, but this feels real bad. Look how slow he farms it too in comparison. Another Toxin cleans that in like 2 seconds. Yeah, so you use so many different, what, 4 lightning storms to clear off of a small camp? Yeah, this Viper might just take over pretty hard.
I mean, what What are we going to see the build be, do you think? Like, what are you rushing? You know, when you're playing the Viper mid, you're getting this much of a free farm start. Is there any sort of item you're tempted towards? Are you tempted, like, pick up a bot or, you know, rush for the ASOS? Or, like, what's on your mind?
I'm okay if he does go for bots.
Yeah.
However, I think he can just do, like, Tread's Dragonlance, and then you're just this super tanky front line. You make all the space in the world for RDO to just jungle.
I mean, they might get the kill, but this is quite a bit of time, right, where Supreme's running around the map.
They have to get this kill. DNC trying to juke it out as much as possible.
Dire's middle tower
He's actually going to pop a
is under
salve
attack.
even, but they get it.
Supreme gets the kill. I mean, something for the hard effort of chasing him around.
Look at the tower. It's getting beat on by a catapult. Noob forces it in. He's got a haste rune level 7. He's got to keep this Lesh out of lane. He might even drag the mid wave too. That's going to be pretty much the whole tower mid if he gets the other melee creep.
Well, look at that as well.
Radiant
Highest amount of last hits at 5 minutes on any hero. 47 CS at the 5-minute mark this game, Noob.
He's taking... I mean, he's actually just going to get this tower. They have to pull creep aggro, but then Supreme might just die.
Dire's middle
Oh,
tower
the haste is about to end.
Okay. Chipe.
Well, they might take him instead.
Couple hits. Yeah, he's dead. Even putting the ward on the high ground, so they're going to get the
They're bringing
D-ward.
a lot over.
They bring almost everybody.
They want to kill Noob.
He might even kill Supreme.
Supreme's got to run.
Oh.
They'll get the kill. Takes a lot of effort, but at this stage, definitely necessary. They've got to shut Noob down after having such a free time in the mid. And TP's coming in, they are able to do so. Supreme will live and Noob will fall.
It's still pretty brutal. RDO not getting pressured then. Sure, his net worth is a little bit lower than that of Charlie at the moment, but that's fine as a Terrorblade. He's already got triple Wraith Band. He's ready to go to jungle and just speed up that farm a bit faster than that Wraith King's going to be able to. This is really good stuff. Let's see what they end up doing with Chicken Fighters. Since the lanes are now just kind of broken, I think we're going to see Supreme maybe make some moves around to secure Charlie's farm. As ATF, he's very dead. And it looks like it might just be the bots. Noob has not queued up an item just yet, so I think maybe he is going to look to just be very mobile around the map, which is fine. We've seen that a couple times from the Vipers.
For sure. I'm a fan on the Vipers when they're having this sort of level advantage as well. Like the abilities alone, you're already a hard hero to go on because chances are you're just going to get out so much damage in return. So with the bots keeping him out on the map, keeping him active means that he can constantly be playing in ways that it's really going to open up areas for RDO to have so much space.
Yeah, I'm surprised he does take the 2 points in Nether Toxin instead of just going Corrosive with this book, because if you, as you said, Chicken Fighters, it's so much magic damage.
But when you have a good, you want the damage, you want the farming. So the temptation is always there to put more into the Nether Toxin.
Terra, big damage. That's a DD. See you later.
That's bottom lane.
Oh, dead again?
He just came back into this.
Goodbye. Noob is just crushing this game. My God.
Nice last pick Viper looking very good.
Top tier.
And there we have it. Is that indeed what the bots? Is that the way it went? It is. Yeah, bots coming out here. 8 minutes and a half.
Holy
on the Viper.
He is having quite a performance. Charlie, on the other hand, though, after a kind of a weird start, especially versus that Mars at first, does get himself 2 kills, and his farm is looking great, too. Gonna be rushing out that Radiance. That's going to be nice, but at the same time, too, you are playing versus Terrorblade, so that Radiance will be turned against you in some situations with Reflection. So he's going to have to play around some toggles. We've seen some players be really good about toggling versus Reflection animation, but it is kind of tough to do at times in the midst of everything. As RDO, the Dream, he's got the Possessed Mask on the Terrorblade, the best possible item for these TBs and Morphlings.
Oh, Pharah's Trinket as well to pass over to Noob.
Oh, that's real nice. As LeBron, so he's probably going to get found out here, stun, off the mark. But they'll be able to finish him off shortly, just buying time. Mid tower, though.
Top lane.
And top.
Dire's middle tower is under attack.
Charlie, he has got the Reincarnate ready to go.
When Supreme shows up, Funnick very likely to go down here.
He's going to try and do his best to juke in the trees here. And nice dodge of the stun. He's going to buy him a little more time.
Radiant's bottom tower is under attack.
They'll still get it. Chicken Fighters, they are getting the kills here. Some good moves here. They're bringing in, 2-3 members to get the jobs done, and it's working. They're taking kills. They are losing objectives, though. 10 minutes in, tier 1 to 4.
That's with the Wyvern, one of the better D-pushers in the game, but they knew it was coming. The ward was already actually placed down on the tower before it even does die, because they know they're going to need some information around that mid lane with how Noob is playing. As Noob is just running in, with that Fairy Trinket too. Look at this damage.
No!
anyone who sort of finds the Viper strike on is just going to die at this stage. There's not a whole lot they can do about this Viper running at them, apart from when they do, you know, respond with 3, 4 heroes. Each and every other time, though, 1 hero, 2 hero, doesn't matter. Noob with the levels and farm that he's got, he's going to be running anybody down.
Yeah. ATF, though, has been slowed down a lot. A lot of times when I do see these sankings, he's also gone for arcane boots. I'm not the biggest fan a lot of times. Sure, he's got a Lina behind him, but it does delay your blink quite a lot. But he doesn't have stacks really to work with because of how weird the lanes have gone. They've had TP so many times. The Lina's been moving so much. The Sanking's blink is very delayed. I've seen so many times now. It's like a 10-minute blink dagger comes out. Another stack, Jibit doesn't even go for it. That was a bit weird. Just wants to make the rotation, probably to sit behind Charlie since he's down bottom, but yeah, not going to enable that Sanking to have a good start. And Level Up's draft, like having a good start like that, we've already said their late game looks very potent. So this is excellent for them. Funnick is set up.
Top tower has fallen.
And always eyes on DNZ to see what he can steal.
Here for the setup. That's straight in. Jibit.
Radiant structures.
Another victim here to Noob on the Viper.
Supreme trying to take the tower. They know he's there, though. They're swinging over. He's doing the little tree spot there to push the wave. Noob, he's speedy. Can't quite get on top of him, though. And they're smoking. That actually is not spotted either by the ward. This could catch Supreme here. Might just be able to slow. Oh my god, the ghost slow.
Oh no. The ghost Supreme. Even though the neutrals have got it out for him today, he's had enough of the slows laning against the Viper, but even the neutrals slowing him down. Error will be able to get something in return.
Nice solo kill.
Caught by the combo.
And now we see DNZ getting his best possible steal that he can get. This is I was a little confused why they did go for that Sanking into Rubik, because that used to just be the traditional counter pick versus these Sanking. He's got Burrow Strike. It's unbelievably powerful. Like you said, he has so many spells he can steal this game. And I'm still looking at this Leshrax net worth time and time again. Supreme under the gun. Burrow. He is so far up. He is definitely dead twice.
I don't think there's anything they can do about this.
Saving this.
And nobody's even bothering to come over. They know that there's no saving him. 2 times in a row. No struggle for level up. More glory for Noob.
Oh my god, this game is getting out of hand. This is just easy plays for level up. Chicken Fighters totally split up there, and having no Blink Dagger still on Sanking. Okay, he's got it coming out now, but they better start making some fast moves, looking for this Terrorblade hunting, because it's just all level up right now, making the moves.
I mean, and is this still the way to go here from Supreme? He's having a tough early game, still goes for the bots first rather than building anything else. Is that just, even if the game's rough, you still just need to have this item first as Lesh?
Man. I guess he wants to be speedy because of how fast the Viper is to catch up to him and stuff like that, but...
Because of course it's a great item, it's just I feel like sometimes in the games where the Lesh is struggling, you'll see them skip it for something that's maybe going to do something more active in the fights that are being brought to them.
I think this might hurt them a lot, yeah. I guess he wants to try to be more active now that they have Blink on Sanking so he can match all the movements to make space, but might turn against him very quickly. This game's already getting quite out of hand. Noob just absolutely taking over the game, and RDO, when are they ever gonna get to him now at this point? It's gonna be a free farm Terrorblade for the next...
Yeah, we've seen this many times before on many different rosters with RDO.
Yeah.
He's on his TB, quietly farming away. Things probably not gonna go too great for the enemy team.
No. Especially not when they have such a good fighting lineup around him. And DNZ holding on to the Burrow Strike. He's got Aether Lens. They've got Mars with the Hood. And look at this Viper. Level 12, 3 points in the Corrosive. Goes for the Lance too. And Supreme, they're all split up again. That is just a free kill.
Yeah, nice get Supreme here.
Burrow just to get up to him. Nice.
They're able to close the gap on Terra. And with the damage from them, it'll be another.
8, 1 and 1.
1-on-1, yeah.
9 of the 10 kills, 124 last hits. He's just, he's kind of just doing it by himself. Quite a lot here. Beautiful stuff from Level Up. This last pick. It's dominating.
And they're doing it with the 4 of them.
Mm-hmm.
They're doing it with the 4 of them. And of course, Charlie, he's got his relic. So as much as RDO is sort of getting away with the AFK farm, Charlie is right behind him.
They don't even have, like, they don't have a mid laner at this point. He is below both off laners. He's gone for the bots, as you mentioned, too, so he's very fragile if he does look to play in front line. And Charlie doesn't want to be frontline just yet as Wraith King. Sand King doesn't want to be frontline either, so they don't really have a frontliner on the side of Chicken Fighters at all. While on the side of Level Up, they have two of them. This massive Viper, this huge Mars.
Tower is under attack.
Teamfights are going to be very difficult. They're going to need some type of like beautiful curse into like Epi plus all the stun combinations to come out now at this point, because yeah, it's getting out of hand. And they can't get the triangle. They cannot invade to look for RDO.
Radiant structures are fortified.
No, just perfect
Radiant's
positioning
bottom
from Level
tower
Up.
is under
Yeah,
attack.
constantly between RDO and the area they know the Chicken Fighters are trying to play in.
And they force the waves in so well too. The thing about like this Rubik, when you get these type of spells too, sure, like we said, he has so many stuns he can get, but even with just Dragon Slave, Fade Bolt, Dragon Slave, Elaine is instantly pushed in, they send illusions to another one, and then Chicken Fighters has to be like, oh god, if we make any smoke movement, it's very obvious because our lanes are all just forced in so hard early on here. And yeah, look at this. Noob. Single-handedly kind of just
So
dominated.
much money as well. I mean, he's probably just wondering what he needs. I mean, it's
BKB, for sure. They can just win.
you just buy the straight up BKB and you end the game.
Yep,
That's going to be the best thing here.
It's all magic damage. They've got the Radiance online.
Yep.
See if they can do anything with it. As we said, you got to watch out for the Radiance toggles and stuff like that versus this Terrorblade if he is in the fight.
Structures are fortified.
And he is still a bit fragile on Charlie.
True. Well, it's on the side of Level Up. RDO's got the S and one. Good job.
Get Funnick right
We'll
away.
take Funnick out here. Funnick not able to do anything about this. As the rest of Level Up, they'll opt to get out of there.
They should know that there's a ward now on that high ground almost instantly. Chicken Fighters, they'll get the D ward themselves too. And now Level Up will know that that ward is also up there since the way that they see Funnick in the tree line. Nice play for Chicken Fighters to catch back up. Give some space for Charlie. And they're setting up the gank bottom onto Noob.
Yeah, Noob is
Radiant's
going to
top
clear the
tower
wave.
is under attack.
Then proceed to hide in the trees.
Did he see them with that ward? I think it maybe caught just a glimpse of vision of the Lina making the way down from the tower. Looks like it could catch him just a bit as he's out. And now they're top. They're on Charlie, and he's so isolated because now the Sand King and Lina can't get up
They
there.
were looking for plays down bottom, and that leaves Charlie all alone.
Such heads-up plays. Monster kill. Fade Bolt tried to secure the last hit. Nice try, DNZ.
And Noob, you know, ended up
Radiant's
being the
top
one to
tower
get the kill
has been
again. You know, the hero that they were hunting down on the bottom half.
And now he's got BKB. So unless they 100-0 him, he's going to turn and just be just fine versus this lineup of Chicken Fighters. This has to be the earliest item timings on any Viper. Level 14 BKBs land spots, like
Having the
holy
three of them
moly.
for sure. Yeah, I don't think we've seen quicker than this on a Viper.
No, phenomenal stuff
Radiant's
from
bottom
Noob.
tower is under attack.
Yeah, he does this sometimes, man. Like he really wants the game. He's very impressive when these come heroes.
Yeah, I think sort of his Lina comes to mind as well as another one that they just sort of smashed the mid matchup with.
And now he's got a Essence Ring on top. He's going to get rid of that Fairy's Trinket, so even harder for them to burst him down. He's got such high effective HP up.
Oh, he's got Grove Bow.
Did he actually get the Grove? Well, they gave it to him, though. I think he keeps Essence Ring, honestly.
Over Grove Bow? No way. Grove Bow is king, surely.
I think maybe he keeps both, because the thing is about the Essence Ring.
He's sending it
Okay,
back,
sent
dude.
back. I was going to say, though,
Grove,
like,
it's too good.
The
It's too
Essence
good.
Ring is so value this game just because like they can't.
Yeah, but he's got a BKB.
I guess they can't.
You know what I mean? If he didn't have the BKB, if he didn't have the BKB, he would have. I agree with you taking the Essence Ring, but with the BKB, he ain't dying. Grove Bow's just going to allow him to go wild in the team fights with the damage and range.
Even when you're watching, Owen, you know, when you're playing, you always get the Grove Bow and the Viper.
Grove
You're
Bow,
watching, they get Grove Bow and the Viper too. They've got great timings here. 2k gold advantage, this Terrorblade, 2000 HP. Everyone's got such high effective HP. Imp Claw on RDO. And we see the wards from Chicken Fighters. They're in a nice aggressive position, but Level Up's not playing on that side. They're playing aggressive. Oh, and look at that. I mean, now they get a Nether Shawl too. I mean, that's going to be for RDO versus all this magic damage. A Terrorblade with that. Oh, jump.
And there we go.
They got 100-0 him though. But they
BKB's off. He just turns. Supreme dies in a matter of seconds on the front line. So does Amar.
Middle tower is under attack.
As they didn't get anywhere near 200-0 in him.
Nope. Now though, he steps up a bit far.
Now they will. All right. They didn't do. Oh, Spear off the mark. Okay, here we go.
Oh.
Bit of a punch back there.
Oh, but Charlie, he's able to get away. Okay.
All right, Noob goes down. There's something pretty nice there for Chicken Fighters. Of course, still losing their own mid and the off lane before it happens, but It goes to show when the BKB's gone, he will die.
And that's what he gets for getting Growbow. He gets so anxious to go for the kills. If he had Essence Ring,
he might have actually been able to live a little longer there and at least get the Viper Strike off on the way down. That is true.
Sometimes when you're very tanky, that's that little bit of extra elevation of tankiness can just be all the difference. But a nice jump. Chicken Fighters capitalize on a bit of a mistake, and Era might find another one here too.
Another kill here, they'll let Charlie claim it.
Era's being very clutch for the team right now. He's having the best performance on the team for sure as is Lina.
And they got to keep it up because it's not getting any easier against Ardio's Terrorblade.
No.
He's now 1,000 ahead of Charlie. So we'll see here once again the start of the engagement as
they have
Porus Supreme just dies so quickly.
He's right into an ice path.
And
too.
look, he's dead.
I mean, that was a very bold TP. And they have to do, like we were mentioning, they have to chain stun Noob. If they want to get him on the initial, they have to throw absolutely everything before he gets BKB off.
Yeah, good call for them to turn and take the fight straight to the face of Noob there as he tries to push on for more.
Dire's top tower is under
Charlie's still doing pretty decent.
Radiant
Should have a pretty good timing on that BKB, but as we said, he's still versus Viper, so that Viper Strike is going to be quite terrifying. So a lot of physical damage that is on the side of level up, and with this advantage, they're going to go into that Roche pit.
Dire's top tower has fallen. What a surprise!
Nice trade though. Chicken Fighters, they will be able to get the tier 2 and take back an outpost for themselves at the least.
True. I mean, well, you feel that they couldn't take a fight around Roche, so there's no point in trying that.
No, it's just too hard to approach. I mean, they do have like the ultis to be able to do so, but you'd have to imagine that level up has the area kind of secured with wards and all that, so they don't take the risk. And they are close to some big items that they do need, at least, especially on Charlie.
Oh, Era.
BKB Era.
They'll find him on the way back from bottom lane.
Oh, and he gives up the stun. As you said, DNZ always going to be able to get something good, but this is one of the better ones. Especially with Keen Optic and Aether Lens, that cast range is pretty ridiculous.
And just about 100 gold away from Blink, so he's going to have all the catch, all the setup, the counter plays as well. It's no longer going to be easy for Supreme. And Supreme, he has the yours, but the BKB, that's what's going to be the most important here.
Still fragile though, 1400 HP. And they're collapsing onto him.
They are Supreme.
Here comes the Rubik with the Lina stun. Look at that range.
I mean, and look at that duration.
It's just, it's an eternity. Essence Ring, but there's the lift.
I won't save him.
Nice stuff from DNZ. And there's the Blink. So even further range of catch versus all these squishy heroes on the side of Chicken Fighters. And that was a Blink on Funnick, so 2 different forms of catching into backlines for the side of level up. So it's already been pretty easy for them to get on top of this Lina and Wyvern feels. Now it's going to be even easier for them to disrupt any type of combos that do come out, because there is still the potential for Chicken Fighters. A nice curse into all these different ultimates being thrown on top, but Jibe, he hasn't been able to even cast the curse this game.
Oh, he hasn't.
See him.
And he might not get to again this time.
Stunned up. Another stun. DNZ on fire. 0, 2, and 10.
There it is, BKB on RDO, 4-star on Noob. The items keep coming in for level up.
It's clean. 16 to 10. Enabling this Terrorblade beautifully. When you see these type of games, it's like he's versus a Sand King Lina lane, and he's 1-0 and 2. It's like they needed to kill him early on for them to have a good start into this one, but unable to find anything.
I think a lot of that down to, as we saw in the lane, just nice play from Jakiro, really alleviating a lot of the pressure that Chicken Fighters wanted to put onto RDO.
Look at LeBron, attack range talent. He's just like, okay, I'll just take bottom tower by myself. Oh yeah. Love it.
Got a fair bit of money too. It's past 20 minutes. How'd you rate sort of the shard on Jakiro? I think it's quite nice, isn't it? Is there just other items that he's going to want to get?
There's just better items, but I like it. I think it's actually quite good.
It's pretty nice. And taking away what I think that's up to, just about 10% of their max HP. That's a lot of damage against the beefy heroes. I guess at the moment, though, damage is not really the issue for their team.
They just need like your Glimmers, your Lotus. He could even go for Solar, etc. He has tons of different options that he can go for on the Jakiro this time to buff up RDO. He's just gonna get Glimmer versus all this magic damage, probably the best one.
Dire's bottom tower.
They've already got a pipe as well too on top, so stacking this damage mitigation for the RDO Terrorblade, who has a Nether Shawl on top too. So I mean, the magic damage just won't be there to take out RDO.
He's not dying.
No.
He's very unlikely to die this game.
Yeah, feels like it. And he's got a DD to boot now too with this Aegis. Time to threaten high ground. Jibe, let's see if he can get a nice curse next to one of these squishy supports, but I don't think Level Up's gonna give him an opportunity.
Again, they get the jump on him.
He showed, and they tip him immediately.
They are just so quick there with the jump to the high ground. They're going to buy back, but Error indeed, he's getting run down by Noob. Error will fall.
Noob's pretty far in, but he's got
BKB. He's just going to go for the TP out with the rest of the BKB. He's away.
And they just ditch so quickly there.
They only end up losing DNZ, but they're getting 2 kills, forcing out 2 buybacks. Funnick, he's still ready to fire, of course, because Ardia and the Bron, they're ready to turn.
Cold Embrace.
It's a curse, but it's going to waste a bit of the BKB timing, but it's not going to pose any threat to Ardio, at least not immediately.
Fire and ice.
Double buybacks, Level Up, very disciplined.
Yeah, immediately out.
Yeah, they were very... I mean, Noob was just instant with the way he got out.
He was ready for that. He was planning for those buybacks. Absolutely.
But such quick hits. Like, the moment Jibe, he's just like, okay, I'm going to Splinter Blast with DNZ. He's like, nope. Gotcha. Jumps in, gets the stun. Excellent stuff from Level Up. And I love when I see teams do that, when it's like no hesitation plays. You're like, you know the way that they're going to approach the way they defend high ground. So DNZ, more than ready for that.
I understand, yeah. Jibe's got to be much more careful about how he pokes from the high ground. They're not afraid to jump up and kill him.
Yeah. And DNZ, yeah, continues to just be on fire with his steals too. Just instantly gets that light strike array and throws it onto Era too. Forces those double buybacks.
Bottom tower is under attack.
Yeah, this is really nice stuff from Level Up today. As we've come to expect, really. They've been looking really hot. Every game they play, it looks like they just do play a little bit cleaner each time.
No, absolutely, yeah. This one, a perfect example of that so far.
Yeah. And as we said, Charlie, he's still doing just fine, but he's the only one who's really doing just fine on his team. Cores are struggling. Ceremonial Rope, nice pickup. Really good to work well with their lineup.
All Supreme.
Ooh. He's got backup, though. Yeah, Funnick knows. He's getting out of here. LeBron might not be so lucky. Free kill for Charlie. Or Supreme.
Wait for full 5-man to get back up almost certainly. They're running out of time, I imagine, on the Aged.
Interesting.
What are we seeing?
I'm just checking out some talents. You know, we had some little bit of downtime. So Jibe actually took the damage talent on Wyvern. I don't like that at all.
What's the other option?
It doesn't matter. There's just no purpose in getting in this game. Right? Like, I mean, if he was getting more scaling, but...
50 dead, that's not that bad to take, right? I mean, who cares about the heal? The heal's never going to save anyone this game.
Yeah, I mean, but what's the purpose, right? Like, is he really hitting people that much?
For pushing back, you're having to defend the base.
I mean, I
damage
guess.
helps you get those creeps out your face a little quicker.
I'd rather just see him like get like an extra point in Cold Embrace or something like that. Like,
oh, that's okay. I can buy that going with an ability over the talent. Sure. Yeah.
It just doesn't do. I don't feel like the damage really does anything for him this game. It's more. I'm small nitpicking, but I was just checking out talents.
Interesting there from RDO, for sure. You see the level 15. The talent that he likes to take isn't actually the favored one by the Masters here. 18% only going with the attack speed.
I think because of how ahead he is. Look at these items. Like, he's got all HP items. SNY, Scotty, Dragonlance, BKB. Every single item gives him effective HP, and he has another shawl on top.
Oh, absolutely, yeah.
So like, I mean, why not? This game's
seeing that. I'm like, wait, only 18% of people take it? Like, I take the attack speed every time. Attack speed is going to help me farm faster. Health, what's that going to do? I don't care about health.
That's true. It is quite a lot of attack speed.
Yeah. 25, yeah.
30.
30?
Yeah, it's 30 attack speed.
Oh, maybe the thing was right. I said 20.
Did you say 25? Oh.
You saw nothing, viewers. It's the 30. 30.
They get the jump. LeBron. But Funnick's there to cover.
Amar's pretty dead up. He's got the Yules.
RDO's running in.
They got the Macropar coming down onto him. Amar actually still alive, but there with the stolen burrow strike. Everybody get in, take him out. Supreme, he's got to go for the TP out. And with the BKB, he'll make it away. Use the curse to hold back the rest of them, but Noob's still able to make his way around. Arrow trying for the TP out. They've got the damage. Arrow's not getting home.
They can't win fights. They just have no... They can't even kill LeBron. They get the jump on him with Amar, but yeah, can't even go for that. And we see the Radiance. You know, it's an item you have to kind of go for in this game versus Terrible, but I see he's queuing up AC too. It's like, okay, thank you for the Radiance, thank you for the AC. I'm a Terrible who clicked Reflection on you. And he did not get the toggle off, and a quick jump again. DNZ. As RDO's just cleaning up.
Yeah, I mean, it's at the point now where this TV can just sort of A-click down the lane with the farm that RDO has. And he's just going to end up cleaning up heroes.
And yep, beautiful itemization. As we pointed out, you know, Funnick going for this pipe versus all magic damage. RDO having Nether Stall. He's taking 0 damage inside of these fights.
Oh, Charlie!
Spear.
The corner.
Alone.
He's down once. The 3 teammates dead. Not a whole lot that can be done about this. Amar.
DMR.
He's gonna look for the jump in, but he can't save Charlie. Charlie dead, out of the game. Amar, he's gonna be in trouble as well. Irina's back up. They've caught him. It's a team wipe. Level up. They'll get the win here. GG is called. Level up. Woo. With a very nice and clean game one here. Another one of these beautiful drafts around the RDO Terrorblade. And it works perfectly. We see so much space made for RDO that I don't think you could really expect anything other than this outcome, really, after sort of the first 15 minutes of this game.
Yep, pretty much flawless.
Let's take it slow. Where you go, I go too. And if you hit the bottom, I'm going down with you. Let's take it slow. Who cares where we gotta be? You know you'll have a good time wherever you're with me. Let's take it. You don't know how. You say we're taking on water, yeah, we're sinking now. You're looking all concerned, like we're gonna drown. But we both know how to swim, no worries as we'll fall now. Let's take it slow. Where you go, I go too. And if you hit the bottom, I'm going down with you. Let's take it slow. Who cares where we gotta be? You know you'll have a good time wherever you're with me. Let's take it. I hate you, but baby, you're still mine. And now we have the best times, no matter what we do. And even when we don't, there's nobody I'd rather choose. Let's take it slow. Where you go, I go too. And if you hit the bottom, I'm going down with you. Let's take it. Slow, who cares where we gotta be? You know you'll have a good time wherever you're with me. You say I make you nervous, a tragedy, I'm a beautiful disaster, a reckoning. You wonder how I got this way. You think I'm someone to be saved, someone to clean up and tame. Oh, some things never change, never change. Oh. You think I would look pretty on your arm once you cover up my bruises and battle scars, but it always ends the same. Can't bear the things I've had to face, got you crying on your knees in pain. Oh, some things never change, never change. Oh, you will break your back to make me feel again, suffocate to make me breathe again, lose your mind from endless pain. stopped asking for forgiveness. Cause you should know only fools tread where the angels fear to go, but you keep trying to get too close. Save myself by turning into stone. So save your judgment cause you just don't know. But some things never change, never change. Oh, they say I should feel guilty and change my ways, leaving crumpled bodies in my wake. Swear I didn't mean to make them break. Swear I didn't mean to make them break. But they're so delicate and so mundane, and they keep coming like a moth to a flame. Oh, some things never change, never change. You'll break your back to make me feel again. Suffocate to make me breathe again. Lose your mind from endless pain. Some things never change, never change. Oh, redemption.
I'm crawling around, searching for higher ground. Can't see in front of me, my enemies. I've tried every possibility, ability to know if I can bleed. If that's what you wanted, you won't get it tonight. Cause I can fly. I'm crawling around, searching for higher ground. Can't see in front of me, my enemies. Have tried every possibility, ability to know if I can bleed. If that's what you wanted, you won't get it tonight. Cause I can fly.
seconds remaining. Dire team ban. Radiant team ban. Dire team ban.
Muy bien, los chiquitos.
Radiant team ban.
Game 2 of Chicken Fighters versus Level Up coming your way here, Dream League Season 15, powered by Intel. You're watching the lower division of the Western European DPC League. And Level Up is sitting at a 4-1, and if they win this next game, they are guaranteed top 2 here in the region, while Chicken Fighters is all of a sudden maybe a little bit scared of being in the bottom, as they would be 2 and 4, and that would be a really rough location to be in the rankings. We're going to look at what the teams will have in store for each other game 2, because the draft is on our screens. We got a little bit of a mini meta going on between these teams, considering they faced each other yesterday. Did you say, team?
Yep, yesterday. 2-1 going the way of Chicken Fighters. So yeah, this is Level Up's kind of revenge and the respect now. You know, I said it going into game 1. It's all about Noob pretty much for Level Up. When he has a good game, this team looks dominant. When he is, you know, looking, you know, average, going even, that's when the games can get a little bit shakier. So now they push up that ban. Snapfire was in game 1 ban. This time they get the Viper ban, and yeah, just infinite respect.
Yeah, that means Treant's in the pool, and I'm curious if one of these teams wants to prioritize Treant Protector. We saw that first phase banned previous game, Moxie.
Yeah, I'm not sure though. I feel like the way that perhaps, you know, perhaps for the side of Chicken Fighters, they might want to pick. All right, so they go for the Lina again. That's definitely one of those heroes you don't want to leave in the pool when you're playing against Level Up. Noob's Lina, of course, being very, very impressive. But I feel like for Level Up, I think that's too slow for them. I think they want to be a lot more active. I think they don't want to be, you know, healing up towers constantly. I think they want to be making the moves. For Chicken Fighters, I'm not 100% sure. Like, with the Tidehunter, I'd imagine that they wouldn't want to pick it up either. I imagine that they're going to be trying to be just as active, trying to keep pace this time around, and hopefully that middle lane's going to go a little bit better.
Yep. Okay. They, yeah. Chicken Fighters pick Lina Tide. It's a solid opening, but it just gives up a free pick for Level Up. This Rubik is just, all right, we're just going for the same opening.
Yeah.
How many Ravages will he steal? I predict 3. 3 Ravages.
So you're expecting to see at least 3 Ravages coming up from Chicken Fighters?
I'd say there's going to be 7 Ravages.
7 Ravages?
He's still 3, yeah.
What about how many Laguna Blades are we going to see?
No, because he's only going to care. He's going to have Axe on Rubik, and he's only going to care about the Ravages. So, you know what, say 1. He'll get 1, which will be like, whoa, got it, crazy. And then he'll remember that Ravage is really cool. Yeah, this is a great Rubik game. That's how we've described it so far.
Dire team
great things to steal.
Yeah.
Of course, there's no delay on the Light Strike array either. It's a good one to have.
Yeah,
with Rubik.
Yeah.
Cast point gone.
Yeah, for Chicken Fighters, they need to make sure this second phase bans are really kind of tailored towards what they're trying to play. So last time it was Medusa, it was Lifestealer, and then they also put a Tide ban in. So of course they have one more ban available this time. I'd like them to ban Lifestealer again. The question is, are they going to respect this Terror Blade potentially?
I don't like Amara on Tidehunter.
You don't?
No.
Why is that?
I like him on the off-lane heroes that can make things happen by himself. Does that make sense? Or like +1. I feel like with the Tidehunter, you're always holding onto that Ravage, looking for the perfect moment, because also the threat of a Ravage, right, is very, very important. It makes the enemy team, you know, reconsider their positioning, how they want to approach a fight, making sure they get that pick off first. I just feel like Amar's the kind of person who's very aggressive. He wants to be making moves. He wants to be all over the map. And like, yeah, he'll be a big tanky boy, but the potential for playmaking is not quite as frequent, I guess.
I guess the main thing here is, depending on the type of draft that Level Up has, Tidehunter has the capabilities to kind of fit that playstyle that you're describing. It just needs to have the confidence. I think, of course, like, you know, S4 and his Tidehunter, he'll play laning phase, get like 1 active item, and he's just, you know, taunting on his back, rolling through the jungle and applying that pressure just through presence alone. So
that's also S4.
Yeah, but you know, Amar, you know, he's an up and comer, so potentially, if he can emulate that playstyle, then potentially we could be seeing that again. But for sure, it's not as clean as him playing, for example, the Mars, which is, you know, a bit more kill threat. But it just gives. I don't mind it just for the fact that Chicken Fighters, they have something to play around this time. Previous game is a lot of independent heroes with no one to go. You're taking the lead and making us go to this area. They had a lot of guys who just kind of existed, so they at least have something to play around this time. But again, not as much clean aggression.
Previous game, we saw the Templar Assassin banned out in this phase as well. I want to point out, still in the pool, and it is definitely a hero that we see more and more and more of. And I believe it's a really good one for Supreme.
Yeah, they are second pick, so they will happily flex Lina to the very end. So most likely, coming into this phase, it's going to be the POS5 casual pickup into then a carry, flexing the Lina to the end point.
Yep.
I guess the main thing for which I'm happy to see from Chicken Fighters is they shouldn't rush to pick their carry. You know, Charlie's hero pool is kind of the same style as RDO, and I think revealing the carry early just gives you to one-up your opponent pretty early. Like, these teams, they rely on, like, Level Up relies on the active nature of mid, but RDO, of course, is what gets them over the edge. And for Chicken Fighters, you rarely talk about games where Charlie hasn't been like the key factor. They don't often rely on like Supreme or their off lane to be like, wow, he won the game alone. It's often Charlie.
Chicken Fighters are ticking heavily into their bonus time. They only have 17 seconds left for the rest of the draft.
Again.
Interesting.
Yeah.
A lot of value on that.
And there's the Trent. Okay. I actually like this tree pick just for the fact that they pick Wyvern. Because they haven't picked an active 5, you can then just go for super slow. And now they pick up an Ember. Flexibility is the name of the game for Chicken Fighters. I guess the concern is simply just how do they make moves outside of Ember?
Unacceptable. Brakes are off over there, yeah. Might as well.
Don't worry, guys. What a crazy draft we have here. Instead of Sanking, we have Tide Hunter. Oof, and instead of, you know, the... What was it? The Jakira, we got a tree.
Yeah.
It's like the same game.
Well, with the Ember Spirit instead of the Wraith King, you know, a little bit of variation here and there.
The nice thing for Chicken Fighters, at least, if it is going to be the Lina Tide, that Gush plus right-click will do a lot of damage. I guess the main issue for that, it's about physical damage, but they're playing into a living armor and in a high armor TB, so that lane won't be as impactful as maybe other matchups. But they do have this aggressive nature of Ember playing behind the tankiness of Tide can easily occupy a jungle, but it's about taking the early tower. And when you're playing into a Rubik Mars tree, taking early towers is kind of difficult.
And they ban their own Death Prophet out. So, I mean, it depends. They still have... probably have the Ember or the Lina mid.
Yeah, they have 2.5 minutes now to decide what Noob's going to play.
This is mad that there's 2 minutes and 10 seconds. That is all the bonus time you're getting. Level Up hasn't used a single second yet. They've just been riding off the back of Chicken Fighters. I guess their bonus time gave them plenty of time to talk about what they want to do, leaving them still with plenty of time to talk here about their last pick. And we are looking for a hero for Noob.
I mean, if they let you have a run back, then why do you need to use any, like, it's so similar. There's no need to go and use a bonus time if you're allowed to have the same things that work the first time around. Like,
of all the heroes that Noob has played in this DPC league, the only one still left for him in the pool is the Tiny. Rest is banned or, well, mostly banned.
It could be. Oh, Audio's happy. Oh, they're going for the mid Sand King.
Sand King.
Oh, it could be mid Sand King or mid Mars here. But we have seen before, you know, Team Nigma, when they put the mid Sand King against these melee heroes, it is pretty devastating. And now Chicken Fighters, they need to kind of unpick this a little bit in their draft, because is it Charlie playing a carry Ember and there's going to be this last pick mid? What's the situation?
What is the situation?
It's Chicken Fighters on a big timer. That's the situation here.
Again?
Yeah, like
this time the timer of the reserve time.
With the timer.
Yes,
that too.
They got 15
timers
seconds.
all around. Yeah, this is ticking down quite fast. And
what do they go for here?
What do they go for?
Pressure. They need to go for like another hero that wants to fight. They go Void. Okay.
All right. Okay.
The sound.
So the Urs are simply because they don't have this clean layered damage, and we are seeing the mid Sand King. That of course was popularized because Miracle did play it a couple weeks back. But yeah, I feel for Chicken Fighters they just lack damage. This is the issue when you have a Lina Wyvern support duo. You lack just additional damage in any setup stun you have, and now you have Tidehunter, great frontline, great pressure with the Ember Spirit, but there's not like if you chrono someone in the early game, they're going to die. There's a living armor to play into. You got the Fadebot from Rubik, so I prefer level up's approach to these drafts, and it's so much easier for them to take early fights, and if there is pressure from Chicken Fighters, which they have to lean on, I'm a bit worried for Chicken Fighters. Just lack of damage 2 games in a row now.
What do you make of it, Moxie?
Same sort of idea. You know, the first thing I think of when I see that Faceless Void is that it's going to take a while for him to come online, and then you couple that with the fact that you've got the living armor, because Tree should be nowhere near that Chronosphere at any given time. So they have a lot of solutions to just make the game longer, and then you let them have almost the same lineup. I don't know. Chicken Fighters, I'm not sure about this one, friends.
So at the end of that first game, Fogg said the one thing that he wanted to see was for Chicken Fighters to fix your lanes. Did they do that at least? Simple ask. Fix their lanes.
No, they didn't. They kind of did with a Tide Leaner. It's equally as potent, but I feel like just the Wyvern alone. I can never look at a draft, and when I see a Wyvern pick, I need to see skirmishing fight around it with an access to early jungling to give the Wyvern levels. I'm not seeing that in this draft, so they're heavily relying on just having just better coordination in early fights to try and get an item advantage.
Okay, well, we might not really see it, but I hope for Chicken Fighters that they do, and we know that they have got definitely the drive to make the best of this game and try to force out that third game. We're going to find out if they can, though, together with ODPixel and Fogg.
Thank you very much, GVS Game 2, and we will indeed. I mean, what are you liking, what are you not liking about what we're seeing here, Fogg? We're seeing some similarities from the last game.
I'm just surprised that you'd want to play Wyvern again after that last game. You just had a pretty dreadful game where you could barely even get a single curse off. You're getting jumped and die instantly, and you're like, you know what? I see the same 2 heroes. Pick me a Wyvern again. Just very surprised they do go for that again. I like the Sanking pick. The way that Nigma did it, make it work so well, is because he was versus Void Spirit, so he stomped the matchup, and then they did have a Darkseer, right? So it super enabled the Sanking. This one, sure, he doesn't have that Darkseer, but I actually like the matchup versus Ember Spirit. I feel like you can actually do a lot of big plays, and I mean, we've seen the way Noob plays, right? He is so confident in some of these matchups, so I imagine he's got some really cool plays that we're going to be surprised by. But yeah, let's see if the Tidehunter Lina can put better pressure on Terrorblade. I actually feel like Sanking Lina is a better way to actually put the pressure onto Terrorblade. And they're also into Treant Protector, too, who is one of the best heroes at also securing a lane, just like Jakiro is.
For sure, I think you're absolutely right, because this time round, you kind of go in the way of a bit of physical right with the Tide. And
the battle begins.
Terrorblade doesn't care too much about the physical.
Nope, he's got 9 armor. He actually doesn't care about Gush whatsoever. Lina, of course, is one of the better poking heroes, just like last time around. But it's still like 9 armor, and you've got Tree. LeBron immediately actually skills Nature's Grasp this time around, so I mean, it's fine. We've seen a couple different approaches from this. Either you get, the Leech Seed is super valuable level 1. A lot of time you do see that, but either way, it's a good grab anyway.
All right, so this time around, you expect this to be another sort of new beatdown, or what are we going to get between the two?
I do feel like it just might be. The Flame Guard is nice because you don't pop it with that first Caustic, but if he sets up 2 creeps for it, it will absolutely pop the shield, and does get the first 2 last hits here. Noob will be able to start getting some more. I think he really is going to be, it's going to be another beatdown quickly. Not as bad as last time.
Okay.
But I do think Noob is just a master at playing some of these matchups, and the way that he just laned was so impressive last time. This is priming the creeps. Supreme, he's going to have to manipulate creep aggro a lot so that he doesn't get caught by these Caustics.
Yeah, it's not going to be easy.
No.
I mean, Ember at least right with the Flame Guard. It's not too hard to CS under tower, right?
No. He should get every single one of these. See how Noob maximizes.
Oh, that's the thing, isn't it? Yeah, Noob.
He knows.
Last game, we saw how good he was when he plays these mids that can do this. They can just wipe the small camp. Viper, Sanking, they're kind of 2 of the best ones that can do that.
Yeah, and T was actually mentioning something in the back that's pretty interesting. He uses the stun just to break this Flame Guard, but he was mentioning how he actually wants to see people blocking the camp, the small camp, versus some of these heroes that just benefit too much from it, that farm it too fast.
Sure. Do you think there's definitely a good argument for that? I think so. What we're seeing from some of these efficient mids.
Yeah, I definitely do. Like, you buy a sentry for your, for your mid laner. He just goes and places it when your versus, let's say, like your Magnuses, your Kunkas, your Sankings, your Vipers. These heroes that just utilize small camps so efficiently.
I like it, especially in an age where you're not having to buy them tangos
Oh, look
anymore,
at this. Ooh, nice deny. Supreme. But look already, Noob. Look at these last hits. He's just getting every single one.
19 CS.
He pushes the lane in. He's gonna get the water rune. His camp is open again.
I mean, the question is he gonna do better than he did last time? We have, what, 47 CS at 5 minutes? Can he do better than that on the Sand King? Or you think, no, Viper is more of a flash farmer?
Yeah. And Jibe, I mean, this looks very similar to last time what ended up happening to him. He just gets pushed away out of the lane. Void is under pressure again, just like the Wraith King was last time, and Funnick is getting free farm. Taking a look top, RDO. He's not getting pressured whatsoever. He's got the tree behind him, so they should do just fine in this matchup. Era's cutting the trees, though. I like that he's actually using his Slice Strike arrays, but interesting to point out that Era went for boots in this lane. Not a huge fan of that one, actually.
Well, you rather the bit of stats or
yeah, just extra stats and maybe even just the immediate Bassi so that you can just pump out spells onto the TB and the Treant. Sure, you get the boots so you don't get run down from tree, but that's not... If you're getting run down, then you're not playing the lane you want to. You want to be playing super aggressive versus TB to slow him down. Otherwise, it's the same thing that happened last time. TB just runs away with the lane, runs away with the game, as Void is getting nothing. 6 last hits down here.
Oh, that hurts.
This is the problem with Wyvern. You can't secure lanes.
Charlie definitely having to pay the price for the presence of the Wyvern alongside him, just not able to make his lane easy.
Era's got the Bassi now, so he will still have it at a decent timing, but... RDO, as we said, he's just getting free farm. They're going to get some nice stun connection up top with the Gush.
Is it enough, though?
Nope, he just gets living armor.
He's fine.
Yep, look at that living armor. Sure, you get Gush, but look at this armor on this Tower Blade. 17 armor when he's living armored.
And I mean, that combo is... It's not really going to get that much scary. Even if the levels start coming in, the amount of damage they do in that burst is... It's just still not going to be enough to take the Terrorblade down in lane.
And that's the thing, I haven't really been liking Tidehunter too much because you feed stick charges. Unbelievably as well. And I just see RDO, he rushes the wand. He already has 11 wand charges. He's never going to die in this matchup versus these two. And he's going to be able to get absolute free farm again. As we mentioned, Noob also crushing the mid matchup again. Supreme is utilizing his small camp as well quite effectively, but not as much as Noob, who might even actually contest it. Steal some XP from that small camp. Level 6 on Noob. Level 5 on Ember. This really does feel like it's going to be a very tough game again for the side of Chicken Fighters. Your Void has 12 last hits. Mars free farming, Sand King free farming, TB free farming.
I think he's going to beat his record. How many creeps in that small camp? He had 47 at 5 minutes last game.
It's close. And they're going to get a kill bottom. Jibe. Once again. And tip him. It's like you wanted to play Wyvern again into the same heroes. You literally saw Mars Rubik and you picked the Wyvern.
Yeah. So. Not easy for him. And here we go. If he gets this pre-wave mid.
He gets goes for the kill. The chains actually do connect onto the hero. Bit fortunate there for Supreme. Still getting run down a bit.
And would you fancy that? He had the exact same CS at 5 minutes here as he did last game. 47 last hits, 5 minutes in. He's done it 2 times around 2 different heroes. I mean, I think this is, if anything, is a very good argument to probably seriously think about letting Noob get one of these two. Yeah. As I don't think you can get more efficient than this.
Era. And the armor comes out onto Funnick, almost getting the kill on the side of Chicken Fighters, but now he'll be... Well, actually have to back up. Does he actually have any regen coming out? They don't. They didn't bring any on either of them. Oh, oops. Funnick will have to go all the way back to base. But we do see DNZ stacking, so they're going to have a lot of stacks for the Sand King and Noob. Again, rushing out the bots. So he's going to be able to make these quick moves around the map constantly. Yeah, level up just these clean. It just looks clean, very nicely prepared. Not many slip-ups, nothing like that. Just very comfortable style that they've got going for them.
He's going to be very happy with all of this. Another opening to a game in which
not getting pressured.
His prospects of what he's able to do is looking pretty good.
Jibe, he walks up to try to steal a rune here. But now he's may have just given away his life, and Noob's there. He has an easy one.
Supreme's trying to fight back. He's not going to have enough damage to take down Funnick.
Nope. Max Flame Guard build, so it does do decent damage with it. But yeah, can't even go for the Funnick either. Does give some space to Charlie, though, at the very least. They are out of that lane because they did lack some regen. They had to back up. So Charlie will get some breathing room this time. But RDO, he hits 5. He's like, okay, giving Tree the lane. I'm going to go jungle. Goodbye.
Yep. No, he's about to have another round of stacks being prepared for him.
Yep. Everything has gone perfect for him. And yeah, they can use the hard camp to farm for the Sanking, and then TB takes the Ancients. It's just beautiful preparation from level up.
There's massive stacks here.
Yeah.
For RDO. So on the other side of things, we what, no stacks at all, really. I mean, they don't really have...
two.
Okay, they got some here, which I guess the Tide or the Ember will be cleaning up.
But look at this one. I mean, this is a juicy one. They do have Supreme looking to contest it. They're going to go on him immediately. Noob.
Supreme should be fine.
He got a couple of the creeps there, actually, with the Slight, looks like. But Noob will get the majority. Nice invasion play, though. They know they need to contest these stacks, so I do like that they're at least pushing themselves forward to slow down Noob a little bit. I say no, slow down Noob a little bit, but is that faster bots timing than last time? If he goes for it.
He had the bots at about 8 minute 30 last game, I think.
So yeah, he's got him faster.
It is going to be faster. Yeah.
He hasn't purchased them yet, though. It looks like he's contemplating. Nope, he takes them out. He gets them.
Yeah, that's definitely going to be faster then.
Yep.
Pre 8 minute bots hit.
My God, look at his. I mean, look at his net worth. Supreme's not far behind him, at the very least, but look at that. The bots immediately TP's out and takes the rune right in front of Supreme's face. And this is just amazing. Like LeBron, he's just sitting up top, soaking up the lane, while the TB gets absolute free farming jungle. But Charlie is getting space at the very least for them on Chicken Fighters.
Looks to be another one of the games where we'll see the Void actually skip the Mask of Madness, go straight for the Maelstrom.
Okay.
Last time we did have this done, that it did end up working out. The Void did win the game, but yeah, it's just interesting to see because, you know, looking at some of the other squads here in this upper division. Sorry, well, up in the other division compared to we do have, you know, most of the times them go for the Mask of Madness first.
Yeah, it can definitely make sense versus like versus Tower Blade here, but they don't really have too much damage to throw into Chrono, so he's gonna have to be doing most of the damage himself unless he has Alina behind him every time. And Era is gonna be very low level this game since they weren't able to pressure top. Look, he's only level 3 at 9 minutes. He'll take some XP mid, thankful for him, but yeah, very slowed down on both supports on the side of Chicken Fighters. Supreme starts farming his triple stack, but RDO, he's farming an ancient stack. And again, of course, the possessed mask for the Terrorblade. As always, it seems to come out for these carries.
Jibe, he's been found.
We've seen this a couple times. Secure at DNZ, very nice. Hell yeah.
DNZ. I mean, alright. I mean, I'm sure Funnick gave the okay on that.
I think so too. It's another game where DNZ's got a beautiful spouse to steal.
I mean, they can keep this going now.
Yeah, they're chilling.
Level up,
no pressure.
Chill. If RDO's hitting the creeps, they know that they're getting creep closer to victory with every one of them.
Yep, and there's, as we mentioned, not a lot of damage to go through Chronosphere. They have ways to protect the Terrorblade as well. Inside that, max living armor up on LeBron. So also these towers, they do not have a tower pushing lineup whatsoever on the side of Chicken Fighters. I think it's going to be really tough for them to even get one tier 1 at the pace that this game is going.
Sure, just LeBron can hold everything.
Yep, just keep healing it up. Unless they rotate 5 heroes to really push it down, he's just going to keep spamming the heals, keep cutting the waves. So let's see, they're rotating mid, they're bringing Charlie over to at least try to get this tower here. Since LeBron can only armor 1 tower, I like that they're at least doing split pressure here. Noob. A lot of damage onto Charlie, he's got to jump away.
Radiant's bottom tower.
You have a salve to keep him healed up. He also finds a possessed max on the Void. Not as good, of course, as a Terrorblade, but still amazing on all these carry heroes.
I mean, and that was 4 heroes mid. They don't really get to do too much to the tower.
Nope. But, I mean, Amar is slowly whittling down the top tower. They're pinging it, though. I think they're going to rotate someone up here so that he can keep the heals going.
Try and make the move on to Funnick. Get the arena off. See if we can get away from this.
Radiant's bottom tower is
Supreme's got another slight chains up in 4.
Oh, missed it.
Oh, it wasn't up yet. It wasn't up yet.
All right, okay.
Oh, actually catched them with that one, though, and they won.
There we go.
Nicely done.
Same time up top, moves made onto Amar.
And then now Tower's going to get full healed from
Charlie.
Protector. So all that pressure.
Doesn't want to drop the chrono. Looks like he doesn't, not for trying for LeBron.
No, he'll only get, he might only get.
Got LeBron, but
they need to save the chrono for the big fight.
Sure.
Around that tower. They can't just go for a 5-position tree. So they are trying to set up the tower push here. Since they know this one's so low, they have to commit for it. Because as we know, max living armor. LeBron's going to throw it out onto that tower any second now. Second now. There we go. And rushing Holy Locket, as we've seen from Lanem multiple times in the China region. Buffs up the healing that you throw onto towers as well. And Blink's now done already for Noob. 12 minutes, bots, Blink, Faded Brooch, level 11. Should be able to set up for some nice tower defense. I think top will now inevitably die, though. They're not as healthy as they'd like to be to fight around there. LeBron, low mana.
Yeah, no epicenter and no arena. They know, Chicken Fighters, bringing in the full four of them here.
It's still taking them so much time. Look at this healing.
It's not quick.
No, it is not.
It's taking them a lot of work.
And it takes 4 heroes to commit to be able to do that. So level up, just getting more out of the map here. They will rotate bottom, though. Several heroes. They saw RDO. Can't get on top of him, though, and Funnick ready to at least counter gank it a little bit here.
Charlie chasing in.
They get the tower.
And
they're not even going to be able to chase Funnick out, it looks like. Noob is already in position. They see him with the ward. Jibbe.
He's just dead.
He's just gone. They saw him coming, too. He stuck around too long.
Oh, no, not the tower defense that they're hoping for there, Chicken Fighters.
It's clean again. Level up. Just this super nice movements that they've done. Not panicking at all. Not overreacting to any of these pushes. And again, like we said, they picked the Wyvern into this. That third pick Wyvern into the Rubik Mars. 4 deaths already for Jibbe. Similar to the last game.
And it doesn't seem like an easy Void game.
It does
now
not.
that you're behind, you're against some very tanky heroes, and as you said already, not really the best things to, no sort of crazy ult to throw into the Chronosphere.
And a lot of different ways to just disable him too, right? The lift, the stun, the roots, the other stun. There's just so many different things he does have to watch out for. And now they just keep hunting Amar with the Eppies. Getting some lifesteal up from his Morbid Mask, but the last Dragon Slave does finish him off.
6-1, 3k lead here at 14 minutes.
They're not slowing it down whatsoever.
And he said it's clean again. I think this is even cleaner than game 1. Level up. Making this look, even more just clinical.
Yeah, free game for Terrorblade. Again, it's the same type of thing that happened. No pressure in laning phase. He's able to leave and go to jungle at 5, give Tree the lane for level 8. Just maximizing very efficiently. This time around, Funnick, he's not going to go just for the straight pipe for his team. He's actually just looks like he's building toward that BKB. Always the best item versus those Tide Hunters. He wants to be a little bit more greedy this time around, too. I think they're probably just feeling themselves, too, just being like, hey, this is just free. Look, they're just spamming chat wheel lines nonstop. Chicken Fighters just not making any moves. Now they'll smoke to make a move. Look how late these level 6s are. Era just hit it. Our supports on the other side, level 8 and 9. The 2 supports on the side of Chicken Fighters, just level 6 the Chrono. It's just not Funnick, though.
They've got the damage.
They barely do, though.
They have got the damage.
And T, look what he stole. He got the Laguna. So he will have that ready. And that's a really nice pickup always versus these Voids. That extra little bit of burst.
See what they can do with that kill. Get the Mars. What more can Chicken Fighters get done?
ATF has built toward the Hood this time, so trying to tank up a little bit more. Since he just keeps getting epicentered, he definitely does need it. And the heal on the tower. They cannot continue to push. This level up does respond, and Funnick is respawning now. I just have the hero level tab pulled up for myself right now because the support's still level 6. Look at everyone else on the side of level up. Just such good maximizing, such good efficiency around the map here. 2 cores still doing pretty well in Chicken Fighters though. Supreme and the Void both do have some nice timings here with their Maelstroms. So they will always have some extra magic damage versus that Terrorblade. The level up still ready to fight. They're hunting. Nope. Does reveal for a second. LeBron trying to get some information. Let's see what Funnick can grab. Grabbing from behind.
I'm gonna try and start off the bar. We've got out of the 3 of them. The curse comes out. Will drag back the Stanky into the range of Funnick.
And the Ravage.
And it's enough to take down a second. RDO now a little bit hesitant about continuing to push on.
No, but the haste will scurry away, and Funnick comes in behind with the arena, completely whiffs.
Yeah,
doesn't catch anything.
There we go. The big move for Chicken Fighters. They get 2. Now they can get back to pushing on. No Triumph up and alive to provide the armor.
Still have meta for a couple seconds here on the Terrorblade. Noob, he's looking to go.
Oh, he is. He's in. Onto the 2 of them. Damage comes in with the side. They've taken down Supreme.
That was very quick. Arrow. Will he get away? Oh, the stun just comes up. That had to have been like 0.1.
Yeah, he was spamming it.
Oh, man. Bit unfortunate. Ooh, flashy little blink there from Noob. As they try to push back, try to get a tower, but as we see, level up. Very adamant about just keeping them up. And yeah, we'll see this one again. Look at Funnick. He just whiffs completely there. Get a good overgrowth, but the follow-up is not quite there, as the curse does prevent everything else. But Noob, Hasterun, speeds away from the Ravage, doesn't get clipped.
He's out.
He's clutch.
He's out and away.
Would have been a pretty decent comeback if they got Noob.
I mean, because then this wouldn't have happened.
Yeah.
This would not have happened if they'd managed to catch him, but they couldn't. Noob. He lives through it, and he's ready to just make those plays.
And man, they're just so rich on the supports, too. Like DNZ, 403 this game. He almost has Blink Dagger on. Aether Lens Blink on the Rubik already to be able to just counteract all these ults. He's going to be able to get any spell he wants. That when he gets Blink, even just with Aether Lens Keen Optic, he's very likely to just steal Ravage every single time. With Blink, it's a guarantee.
I mean, is that sort of top of the list then? You want Ravage?
100%.
Yeah.
He's got a lot of good spells to steal.
I mean, yeah.
Even Chrono, like everything is just amazing for him. Chicken Fighters, they'll get space to at least farm up a nice Ancient stack that they have prepared. Yeah, look at that. The Rubik, 7 stacks. Like, that's why he gets these timings so quickly. He hasn't died, and he's just gotten all that extra little bit of gold from his teammates farming. And DNZ, very good Rubik player. We've seen a lot of times, actually, inside of this DPC so far. Holy Locket for LeBron. Mid-tower, nearly full health already.
And yeah, unless you get a full sort of 100-0 push, these towers aren't going to fall. And you're never going to find the chance to get that push going unless you've had a team fight where you've killed at least 2. I mean, even then, 3 members of Level Up are still in a good position to hold these objectives.
And it's really hard for them to get into these back heroes. Like this Rubik and Sand King, getting on top of them, pre-Blink Dagger on Tidehunter, it's going to be near impossible. You don't want your Void to have to jump back there this early because he'll just get full to 0'd if he gets caught by 1 stun. So they really need Tide Blink to be able to actually properly approach these towers and get the good connections on the Ravage. Yeah, feels like another very difficult game. However, Charlie, this time around, it's a much better matchup. The Void versus the Terrorblade rather than the Wraith King going to Radiance, which just literally plays into the Terrorblade perfectly. So they do have that going for themselves, and he does have good timings. And he has found, of course, the Nether Shaw on the Void this time around, so might be able to survive some of that burst. Noob's he's just been pumping it. He's been pumping it the whole time.
Someone shows their face on this wave.
Misclick. Meant to quelling a tree. He actually just blinked in place.
Did he show? No,
he didn't show. No. I like how look at the Van Brace too. He's been toggling between it. It's on the Van Brace. Here we go. The epi.
Here we go. Goodbye, Lena.
Easy.
4-0-3. Noob having yet again quite a good time here.
Do they look to do anything with that being down though? We have seen a couple times now, the only way that they actually can't kill Amar is with that epicenter. So perhaps maybe they do look to do something themselves on the side of Chicken Fighters. I keep almost saying into the breach because of his tag right there on ATF.
Yeah, I feel like in these games, we haven't seen too many sort of smoke plays from Chicken Fighters. Maybe I'm mistaken, but as you say, you would normally expect in these sort of periods that there is going to be that call for some sort of action and fight to be found, but still playing a little on the passive side, Chicken Fighters. I guess that, maybe feeling confident in the potential of the Void and the Ember down the line, and sort of saying we will have damage to deal with RDO later on. They are going to have a good mix of sort of magical coming out from these cores.
Yeah, Supreme has a BKB too, so he's a lot more protected versus these constant just instant kills that's been coming out here from Noob. But it looks like Level Up, they're the ones actually ready to smoke out. They've got the Manta on RDO as well. Everything at the ready except for that epicenter. Will they catch Chicken Fighters off guard? Chicken Fighters looks quite prepared this time around. Them also smoking up. They've got some timings BKB on that Ember. SNY on the Void, level 15 talent on line 2, so he's very tanky on the Void. 2400 HP with the Shawl. You do have Pipe as well to back him up. This fight could go pretty good for Chicken Fighters if they're able to get into those back heroes, get onto the Rubik, get onto the Sanking pre them getting all their spells off. Let's see. The heals just keep coming out. Full HP tower. They're going for the wraparound, the big one. Noob gets spotted. Gets the F0, gets the burrow out of the chrono.
Oh, it didn't catch him. Oh, the burrow.
Now they're gonna hit back hard.
That's gonna hurt. That's gonna hurt. I'm keeping him alive in the cold embrace. Ravage to be popped. Radiant catching him on the side of things. Overgrowth holding supreme in place during this BKB. They have managed to take down the 2 big ones and a third.
Okay.
All right, they didn't need no chrono. They did not need it. As they still manage to come out on top, and they'll get Funnick as well, diving in onto the Mars. Triple kill for Supreme. As they hit the timings, they're in with the BKB, the Maelstrom, they're ready to go. And who cares about the chrono? Because Chicken Fighters certainly don't. They didn't need it.
Really nicely done, the way they split themselves up around the front. You'll see on the north end, Noob actually tries to go for the Lina, but actually isn't able to finish off Era. They get a nice save there coming out from Jibe, and they turn the fight completely. Double Maelstrom's coming into play, these tankiness. Yeah, very nicely executed team fight.
Yeah, this is what you want to see for Chicken Fighters.
Yeah, and look at up top. Noob, he can't finish off the Lina. Charlie sticks onto him, and then they're able to turn for Noob. And just full combo down RDO before he gets anything with that Ravage. They still do have the stolen Ravage on DNZ, so level up could look to hit back after that one, but Chicken Fighters, really nice hit. Without Chronosphere.
Yeah, very, very big moves. The biggest sort of move we've seen from them so far in these 2 games is they have been struggling, but definite signs here that Chicken Fighters could still pull together quite a mean team fight.
This game, RDO does take the health talent, as he is much further behind this time around than the last.
Dire are scanning.
And he will need to build till BKB. The chain stun, the combo that can come out is just a little bit too strong versus him at the moment. So still close. Ooh. Lost Supreme for a second. And let's see, how long for a meta? They have 30 seconds. They still could look for a smoke play, because they do have, that Ravage is stolen, DNZ. Can still be at the ready. But it does feel like it's going to be a little tough for RDO to actually focus fire a lot of these targets. Now that they are so tanky on this Void and this Ember Spirit, it's a lot harder. Ember Spirit can still die full to 0 if he does get chain stunned, but the Void, very unlikely to die.
Oh, for sure. In this game, especially with the Cold Embrace, it's after the Epicenter's sort of been used, there's not necessarily going to be the magical damage to burst these heroes through that protection. And once that's down, RDO has to find a new target to hit into. If they can play smart with the positioning, they can definitely mess with a good duration of RDO's metamorphosis in the team fights. We'll see. Apologies here, ladies and gentlemen, for the pause. We should be able to resume shortly. Just waiting for things to be all good here from Supreme. There's 8 to 9, 24 minutes in. Stepping it up and making sure that this one isn't going to end up rolling the way of level up quite as simply as game 1 did. Chicken Fighters able to really bring something more together here, and I think a big part of that being that they have Charlie on the Void this time, and it just feels that he can get much more stuck in than on the Wraith King that he was on last game.
And Supreme's actually able to do something this game, rather than just being Ken fodder. He's just dying. He just dies like a creep, pretty much like the last game. Yeah.
A big difference indeed.
Jibe has a Glimmer now too. I mean, they have so many. Now they've actually picked up a decent amount of items on their supports also to survive versus that Epi Burrow. The damage that comes out from it, the Pipe also on Amar. Much more survivable inside the fights. Not building a Solar Crest, okay. I've been seeing this a lot of times lately.
What, your team's just not?
Yeah, people are just straying away from it a little bit. I want to see.
I mean, who would be picking it up?
I think LeBron.
Yeah, you get LeBron.
That's the big one. I did see also like people. I don't know. People in China also were straying away from it. They were doing the Blink Dagger on the tree. It does feel very valuable, even though you're versus so much magic damage and stuff like that. It's just such a good item.
I mean, Blink's obviously going to be nice.
It is.
The Void and the Ember. Two heroes that are going to be very susceptible to the overgrowth, and you know, if you or Noob can get that jump, you are going to have pretty good follow-up for locking them down.
And if you see the BKB, right? If the BKB gets popped by Ember, you'll have to follow up with the root pretty quickly. Quite a long pause we got.
Yeah, hopefully things are... Oh, here we go.
Oh, just
there
crashed.
we go.
Okay, yeah,
He's
Charlie
back
did
in,
say it
he's
was just
back in,
crash.
we're all good.
All right, let's see if, you know, pauses sometimes can mess with the brain. Let's see both teams. Let's see what goes on.
See who's going to be first to sort of get active after this bit of a break.
Go.
There we go.
Oh, look at that water bottle, LeBron. It's very, you know what? Hydrate, everybody.
Is Ben Knowlton Crosses here?
Hydrate.
Chill, baby.
Is that ATF? Playing by himself.
He's playing by himself. Oh,
that's
feels
sad.
bad.
It's looking spicy.
Well, the go was called, but apparently
What do we got going on?
Chicken Fighter's not quite ready themselves. Did Chicken Fighters not give the go?
No, it doesn't look like they did.
We are still, yeah, we're still on a pause here for Chicken Fighters. There we have it. There we have it.
Muy bien, los chiquitos.
What does that mean, Fog?
Muy bien, los chiquitos?
Yeah.
Very good, little ones.
Very good little ones.
Or my little friends. Chiquitos can be used as a couple of different things.
Radiant's bottom tower is under attack.
Noob set up around bottom, still near level 18. Void we saw hit level 18, so Chronosphere at its maximum potential.
Radiant's bottom
And Chicken Fighters
tower
will get
is
time
under
to bring
attack.
all their ultis back up before a fight is taken from level up.
Yeah, I mean, they can look for it right now.
They can still look to get these fights. Hasterun also on Supreme. And
Oh,
they
there
see
we
top.
have it.
Yep, they see Funnick. They got a chain stun him. He's got BKB, and they will.
Yeah, easy damage now from the three of them.
Look, thanks guys. Thanks a lot.
That is a chrono expended. So let's see if they do look to fight. But they're going for the rook. This is a nice move.
They probably get away with this. Sure, there's no chrono, but they still have the curse. They still have the ravage.
Still the stolen ravage on DNZ.
Okay.
Level up does want to go for this here.
You're looking for a big play.
Oh, Noob, he actually eppies immediately.
And it's Supreme.
It's just on Supreme. And he's glimmered. He takes no damage.
And he's fine. And now they're going to jump over to DNZ. DNZ's forced to use the ravage maybe a little earlier than he would have hoped to save it for. DNZ's going to get run down.
He is. Chicken Fighters, they hit back hard.
Yeah, this Roche is going to be in quite a good position for them to keep going for. I mean, Funnick will be back up.
Radiant's middle tower is under attack.
They're actually looking to fight.
They want to head straight over to mid. See this TP from Charlie coming in to clear out the creep wave.
Keeping their mid tower alive. And no epi. Level up. Don't feel like they can contest. Maybe Funnick wants to try for some type of steal,
Funnick
but
could try.
he doesn't have blink. He just has a BKB and walk in.
I mean, they have BKB on RTO as well, but
I don't think they go into this one.
you just let this go.
Yeah, you just have to.
Ravage and curses are so still up for Chicken Fighters.
Radiant's bottom tower.
Noob will just hit the bottom tower in the meantime. Momentum really starting to swing into Chicken Fighters' side here. The Void can barely die the once. Now you gotta kill him twice. With such high effective HP with all these items now built up. Bottom, Jibbe. Won't quite be able to get onto Noob. The game looking a bit tough here for level up. Not having the easiest forms of initiation anymore with Noob. You know, he wants to lead the charge, but he doesn't have great follow-up. As we're seeing, you know, Funnick going for that BKB, maybe hurting them quite a lot this game. He's 0, 5, and 4 this time around on this Mars. And Noob just continues to hunt the Lina, it looks like. He's set up down bottom again. Just to force the lane in, it seems, this time around. Now they do have Blink on Funnick, so they will have a follow-up for Nude, which it really did feel like they needed. That BKB not really having much of an effect so far from Funnick.
Radiant's middle tower is under attack.
Very much just level up. Full on avoiding them now. In 3 minutes with his age, it's understandably quite scary to find Chicken Fighters at this moment.
They're missing damage. They really are. Like, this Void is not gonna die, even if he gets, like, completely chain stunned up. He's so tanky at this point.
They're gonna jump arrow.
They'll just get arrow again.
That's done.
Feeling, you know, if they could take away one part of the lineup of chicken fighters, then maybe that will sort of leave the rest of the map open for RDO to keep farming without any threat of chicken fighters looking to bring that team fight.
They're just trying to get any type of kills that they can on the map right now, since they are falling behind in momentum. And Charlie, he's got Scotty already finished up on top of this SNY too. Sliver, look at his HP. I mean, 3,100. Now he's got the Sliver too. Yeah, super nice. And he's playing versus Terrorblade, so this Scotty super effective. Also versus the BKB is very nice. As Noob, again, he's bottom, but they seem to know that he's been doing this. He's been doing it for quite some time. And this time, yeah, they'll catch him. He's been throwing out the chrono, well worth it.
I mean, they're breaking apart. Level up. Level up. Start to lose that composure that we've seen from them here in Game 1 and Game 2. Starting to lose kills here and there. Charlie sitting at the top.
How are you going to kill this Void? He is unbelievably
It's definitely
tanky.
getting to that point, really. Yeah. It's going to take some sort of serious damage coming out from RDO.
They have to throw literal everything onto this Void. And,
yeah.
I mean, Supreme, he's having quite a game to himself. So if they do throw everything on the Void, Ag's now finished up on the Ember Spirit. He's going to be a problem of his own versus this Terrorblade. The illusions are going to get cleared out so quickly from all this magic damage, too.
And just, yeah, very hard to commit on Charlie with these huge jobs that they do have to cover him. Top lane.
He's scared to commit even onto Era. He doesn't have mana for the spear. Now he does, so he will finish him off, but they'll lose a Brawn for it. Supreme also has to pop the BKB, but doesn't matter. Kill for it.
Yeah, but only just getting that trade, very nearly walking away with not even finding the kill onto Era.
Middle tower has fallen.
It's Charlie Butterfly next, of course, nowhere near any sort of MKB here for LeBron. For RDO. RDO, he's going for the full Daedalus, which is going to be fine, but does mean that evasion is going to be very valuable.
He knows
Charlie this game.
He knows that they just need like sheer damage to be able to kill people in these stuns, but yeah, now he's going to be that item behind versus this Void, who I believe also does have an Elven Tunic at base if he does look to swap it up. The Sliver is just more valuable for now, since
I guess these
so many
stuns.
benefits. Yeah. Stun number 1. Spear doesn't latch. Noob should be okay here to play around with these Yules.
Radiant's top tower is under attack.
I mean, but as we're seeing, Charlie, he knows he can just run at them. He's not much that he's scared of right now.
Yeah, and he's got Jibe behind too with max Cold Embrace this time around. He also took the Cold Embrace talent this time too, rather than going for the damage. Like that a lot more. As they're scouting Funnick. Poking him with the Slight.
Radiant's top
Still this
tower
Aegis.
is under attack.
30 seconds on. Charlie, he's starting to lose quite a bit of health here on the tower. As we said though, Jibe in a great position to keep him up. But they are holding the tower here. The Nature's Grass plus the Sandstorm. They're going to glyph the wave so that they continue pushing. Noob. Stun will connect from Era.
Tower is under attack.
They don't see him.
Dire's bottom tower is under attack.
Trying to buy themselves just a little bit more time until RDO does feel ready to fight. Daedalus is done. Aegis gets reclaimed. And yeah, RDO knows. He's pinging out his team. He's like, you guys have to find Wyvern, otherwise I'm going to do nothing in the fights.
Yeah.
So it's really going to be up to Funnick in particular to just get on top of this Wyvern.
No, this game's definitely worked out to the point where, you know, we are seeing what they like about the Wyvern, right? This is where it has its strengths in a game where chicken fighters have been able to keep even, and it's at this point where the Cold Embrace, the Curse, it really does mess with what RDO wants to do.
Oh, LeBron doesn't actually get caught inside of the smoke, but looks like they are ready to fight.
Yeah. It's not going to be easy for level up, though.
Supreme, he's showing himself mid. He has a gem on this Ember Spirit, too, so pretty value kill if they do go for it. But as we said, they have to find the back line. And Supreme's just starting to fight.
Someone can scout out his BKB's pop by Noob. Remember the Burst Strike, they have the arena control onto Charlie, but Charlie doesn't care. Over to the side, Ravage is down onto RDO. RDO getting low, he's going to put the BKB, try and punch into Amar, but Amar's already far out. As he's away, Era will be the one to fall. The turnover was Charlie. They need more control though. Charlie's able to jump back inside. They do get the spear back. Have they got enough damage? The Purge Strike as well. Charlie's still alive. Can he jump again? He can. He's going for the TP out on the low ground, but they've got detection. Sentries are down. Yours as well. Into the silence. Charlie will fall. as Level Up back to finding some way out of these team fights. The mass tips coming out as well, the way of Charlie, is he couldn't get away this time. They had just enough control.
He's not with his Ravage. He's not with his teammates to get on top of the Terrorblade. The Chronosphere doesn't connect nicely at all.
He's dead for a minute.
That was them charging in to start the fight, but you see, did you see the way Noob played the fight? Like, he just BKB'd, run right through the heroes, looks for the Lina and the Wyvern,
and he's in it.
Now they're just continuing to go. Another spear.
Oh, they caught the Ember. And he's gone. And Supreme's dead.
And that's a gem.
I mean,
a big one.
Things falling vastly out of control there off the back of that one team fight. It really did see Chicken Fighters. They were getting a better hold of the game. They were keeping it level, and just like that, Level Up say no. So they blow it back open to a 7k lead and a set of Brax as well. As Chicken Fighters there, they're definitely going to be asking themselves what went wrong in that last move.
They were just so split up. They didn't fight together at all. Even though Supreme, as we said, he was the one who led the charge. There was a Chronosphere on the one side, there was a Ravage on the other side, and they're not focus firing well at all. While we saw Level Up perfectly focus firing. Yeah, that was really nicely done from Level Up, and in particular Noob. The way he just literally just ignores Ember and just tries to find the backline heroes is everything there. As now with Gem, get a clean push forward too onto that Rax. Now in a great spot. Even though he saw the butterfly, RDO's like, yeah, I don't care.
Okay,
I'm going my own butterfly
himself. I mean, then
my own survivability.
Yeah, then Charlie's going to suffer with the same issue that RDO would potentially have. And
oh, sorry, I just saw the Eagle song. My bad. There was no butterfly yet.
Sure,
on Charlie.
I mean, but he's very close. He's going to have it for the next fight here.
Yeah, probably feeling like he doesn't need it after that one.
Radiant's courier has been killed.
Yeah, and I mean, I think you look at the two inventories and you do consider a bit of stun here and there. The Terrorblade's still going to be the scarier beast of the two of them.
Yeah, and they have a Deso also to amp him up as well. Funnick just picks that one up right afterwards. Gets like all the gold for it in that last fight. A huge one for Level Up after they were kind of losing their swing here. And DNZ, he's going to have an Aghanims finished up now too after that. So many items. I mean, it's pretty much a 10k gold swing right after that. 10k gold swing, 10k experience swing as well. Absolutely massive.
There we go. So the butterfly's done.
So quick. He just had finished Daedalus before the fight. That was
a whole item really off the back of that.
Full item for almost everybody on the team, it does feel like, yeah. So Aghanim's now on Rubik too. He's got a Gush stolen. If he does hang on to Gush, now he has a lot more opportunities where all these spells are better. Ag's Gush is super good as these Rubiks. His Supreme. Okay, he's okay.
Not quite close enough there, Funnick, with the jump.
Very
so
scary.
There was the chance for him to get out in time. That was the butterfly done for Charlie.
Tower is under attack. Radiant's bottom tower has fallen.
See if they want to try and go again. They've got their ults up. Last, Funnick.
He snags the Arcane.
Charlie, he's going to pop the Chrono for this.
Doing good damage, but they've got the lift, he's got the control.
Yeah.
And now Funnick's got
it too. The Ravage will come in, they'll be able to blow up the two of them. If they can get more RDO, he's looking at Supreme out with the BKB.
Curse.
He's going to control the Noob, dying here to the damage of RDO.
Nice
good curse sets up for a big kill onto the Sand King.
Now Funnick jumped in too.
And he did buy back for this one, so Funnick's gone.
Back the other way we go.
Well, there we have it. And chased it for more already. RDO and DNZ have to run. So as quickly as that 10k lead was built up, it gets knocked down just as fast.
Yeah, Funnick, you know, he blinked in to steal the Arcane Rune, but gives up his life and then blinks in again afterwards and just dies.
Oh, and
back the other way.
Yeah, with this potential Rax here, it literally will. It's gone up 10k, it's gone down 10k.
And he did cover his Ravage very nicely that time. An instant Anchor Smash, DNZ not able to get the steal.
Alright, looks like they will be able to keep the base intact. Of course, they have the bonus of having the tree. Roshan is up though, so Chicken Fighters, they might not be able to get the tier 3 of the Rax, but they'll have a good shot of getting Roche whilst Noob and Funnick are still down.
And it's the big one. It's that shard. Yeah, look at, I mean, Funnick is just very bold.
I mean, hey, he got the root.
He did get the root.
He got the root. He got the root. Job's done. And all in all, you know, with the way that the Chrono was used at the start, it looked like maybe there'd be a chance, but Mark coming in with a Ravage like that, able to make sure that Funnick and LeBron don't really get a chance to have a say in this fight. And then the curse, this is where it's going to be in its element. Any time that anyone on RDO's side is stood there beside him, they're not going to stand a chance as he turns against them.
And just like last time, this time it's level up all split up rather than chicken fighters.
Very much back and forth here.
What's Noob gonna go for next? I think he has to go for something to maybe protect himself a little bit better, but he's going for full aggro, full aggression. He's got the Octarine queued up. Maybe the E-Blade could be a better purchase in between.
He wants the E-Blade sooner, really. You're still holding on to a quelling. You need more damage. I think that there is a chance of just buy the E-Blade first.
I think so too. Yeah. It's so valuable this game too. He already has lens for cast range, so he can actually save teammates, he can protect himself if he sees it coming, and exactly, more damage as well if he does look for that route. Who ended up taking shot? Was it just the Void?
Just the Void.
Yeah, just the Void, I just figured. Yeah.
Talking about the Void, Charlie's hit the 25. He's now got that additional backtrack capability, so we have been seeing it. They really do need to catch him with every form of lockdown to have the chance for Audio to do enough damage. So now with that talent, there's going to be more of the question asked if they can actually kill Charlie.
Yeah, ridiculous effective HP on him. And now, you know, that butterfly that he did confidently buy on RDO, perhaps maybe hurting him a little bit that he doesn't have that extra true strike to be able to go through.
I mean, is he going for it next?
He is, yes.
He is. Yeah. To be fair, he's making good speed on it. You know, it will come pretty shortly. He can sell one of these items, as he'll probably need to play without them unless he wants to swap things in and out during the chaos of the team fight.
He has Flicker, though, so he can actually potentially get rid of his boots, since it does give move speed. So he could actually just drop the treads for the MKB if he wants to play like that. Bottom, they'll continue pushing out. How close are we to Noob? Also on 25. He's close. So the Sandstorm blind is also something we do have to factor in since Charlie doesn't have BKB yet. That could trip him up a little bit too. These miss rates are very annoying when you do see that Sanking hit it, but he will have BKB quite soon. And Chicken Fighters, with this Aegis, they're going to try to force. Still scary. A lot of spam coming out from DNZ. Able to sit so far back. There's a ward on him.
Oh, they're in. Okay. Supreme sort of testing the waters there as he jumps in.
They've got a base ward that did not get taken out. Cause him to stun him up. He's going to keep Fate Bolt spamming. Supreme gets the chains. Can't do much else.
Dire's middle tower is under attack.
Charlie's trying to work on it.
It's very hard to keep him off this, especially with the Aegis one. Nope. The chrono on him. Nope. He's dead. They're going to be able to get the stanking. Immediate buyback, of course, comes into play. See what they can get in return with this buyback. They get the lift up onto Lina. They're focusing area, but the curse is down. This time it's onto RDO, though. Nothing's going to be hitting him or threatening him as RDO still able to get the BKB off. Turn over towards Amar trying to step away. Get the stun control onto Jibe. Funnick able to jump him with the God's Rebuke, take him out. Charlie is getting back in and aggressive. They get the chains onto RDO. They're back on Supreme. Have they got enough damage from RDO? They do. Supreme's gone. The stolen curse as well is out. Catching the two of them. That's Amar down. Lift up onto Charlie. Charlie's got to run. He's still got the Aegis.
Funnick's here. He's got a spear in one, but the time dilation.
Can get it off. He can. Charlie, pinned to the tree. It's a lot of evasion, it's a lot of backtrack. Charlie is able to step away.
Ooh, two big hits there.
And they get out. Buybacks coming out from both sides. Noob and LeBron having to use theirs on level up. Era and Jibe having to do so for Chicken Fighters.
Noob didn't spend any gold. He had 5,500 gold before the fight. Doesn't buy anything. He dies, buys back. He still has 3,800. He didn't spend it. Thought he might buy the Aeon disc pre-fight so that he does have like this second type of buys,
I mean, he's got it now, but
gold.
Definitely taking a bit of a hit on the financial side of things there, playing with that amount of gold unspent.
Nice spears. Funnick coming in clutch though. Does get a couple really nice ones, especially onto that Ember on at the end there.
Yeah, and two buybacks from both sides, but at the end of the day, the base is defended. The tier 3 still stands in the middle lane. And get that back up to full, and
RDO's got his MKB now, and he's about to hit 25 himself too, so it's going to be really nice for him to sit in the backlines even further, since I'd imagine he goes for the meta range.
Do you like this or not? So not going the BKB, going the Satanic. So as you said, he's not going to have anything against that Sandstorm blind. Is this a game where he can play without the BKB, or do you think this actually might hurt him?
I think it could end up hurting him. I think there's something. I think he might not even be thinking about the blind. No, honestly, and it's going to be a factor. I really think that could end up hurting them. He still has Aegis. They're still okay in these spots, but
sure, but actually standing there and trying to fight into this Terrorblade, who you know, RDO now does have an MKB. RDO, if you sort of pit those two heroes against each other, Ardio's going to work through your HP much quicker than you're going to be able to work through his.
Absolutely.
If the Sandstorm blind, the Sandstorm's down around Ardio. So, well, yeah, we'll see how much of that comes into change there. Those little things, the missed chances, the true strike, it's going to make all the difference between these two carries at this stage.
He might get the BKB in time before the next fight anyway. He is farming very fast.
He's still going. Okay, he's still going to pick it up.
Yeah, he needs it. He needs it.
No, you're right. He should have it before the next fight. Unless Level Up can bring something around this mid.
Ravage is back up. Chicken Fighters looking for fight. Oh, double chains.
You want to do some of this? The stun as well, they're in. The Chrono, immediate telekinesis off to the side, but they've got the burst. Ardio's going to get taken out. Bunnick as well.
That ward.
They'll get the job done there. Quick jump and setup from Supreme into Charlie's Chrono, and Level Up do not stand a chance of that sort of move, and immediately off the back of that, smokes are out. Chicken Fighters, they're ready to start getting this push going back down the mid lane. No buyback on the two of them here. The Treant and the Mars out for good.
That's beautiful. They're just hugging. Big mistake there from Level Up. Not even looking for the D ward around that area there. And just, yeah, perfect Chrono coming out. And covering his Chrono very nicely. Time and time again. Instant time dilation to make sure that it doesn't come out with some
kind of
counter.
In
the base now.
The push is coming in. What can they do as just the two of them? Okay, buyback has come back available for Funnick. So Funnick and Ardio have the ability to re-enter this fight if it's necessary. They do. Their buyback's coming out for the two of them. Deep jump here from Chicken Fighters in onto the Rubik. They'll look to burst and they can. They take down DNZ.
He's gonna have to buy back too. Ardio does have meta.
Supreme actually out of time before the burst strike connects onto him. Funnick, but the BKB's out. Supreme's gonna be fine. Funnick, he's gotta run.
He could be of his own. Charlie taking almost 0 damage.
They're gonna chase him with the bash. They've got the telekinesis. Dooms in with the jump on the Supreme. Supreme gets taken out.
Now Charlie.
They're chasing Stolen Remnant here. DNZ able to close in. Funnick. He's got the spear timing. Charlie jumping over to DNZ. Again, another Remnant out the side. Ardio trying to come over the dash, but the Godec brace is there.
They've got the curse. It's a big one.
They're trying to get in. They've got the Ravage as well. Can they blow up Ardio?
The man. Oh, God, he's alive.
He gets it off. He gets it off.
Oh, my God. Holy moly.
Oh, that couldn't have been any closer.
And now Charlie goes down.
It couldn't have been any closer. I mean, that's a level 25 Terrorblade for you there, ladies and gentlemen. Ardio. And there you go. There you go. That might have just done it as well. That might have just won them the game. On the verge of losing. He dies there. It is GG. If he dies in this moment, Level Up have lost the game.
That was unbelievable. Look at how low does he actually get? Like 80 HP? 7 HP?
7
Are you kidding me?
I mean, you don't get closer than that.
Oh my God. The Manta, it's beautiful. And the Stolen Light Strike are ready to cover him too while he does Manta dodge. Oh my God, that was picture perfect.
And that may have just won them the game.
That may
won
have
them the
just won
series there.
Void is back. He has Chrono Spear.
What are they going to do? Oh, it's a nice shoot.
He's stuck against the wall.
He's stuck in the wall. See, LeBron will still fall. So Ardio's going to have the damage. No metamorphosis for 45 seconds. Ardio's going to step in and try and do it melee range.
He doesn't have BKB still on Void either, so Sandstorm Blind is incredibly effective, and he gets stuck in the wall because he doesn't have it either.
Oh my God. Fortified.
Unbelievable plays by Level Up. It's 100 seconds, no tie. Supreme, the chain stun.
They've got a lot of it. He's gone.
He's gone.
It's over. Supreme
Holy
dead for
crap.
2 minutes. Level Up. They can clean this up as Chicken Fighters.
You can't even be mad about that one. That's just some insane stuff coming out from RDO.
Well, they'll play the safe route out of this. They'll go for the Megas here.
They got so much time. 100 seconds, no Ember. 70, no tide. It's Charlie versus the world.
Radiant's top tower is under attack.
Oh, nicely on this.
Radiant's
that out of
top tower is falling.
Whittling him down. Light Strike Array from the tree line. Another stun. No follow-up, but they'll get the racks.
Has fallen.
Well, there we go. So it won't end quite yet.
He stuns, though. DNZ just stunning him from a mile away.
And they'll play this out. Chicken Fighters trying to hold on to this series, but
Wow.
Down 12k, up against the Megas. Not the position they thought they would be in moments ago, really.
Yeah.
You don't get, they were 7 HP away from winning the game. Here we have it, RDO.
Now he's got an Aegis. He instantly pops the refresher shard, so they're ready to fight, ready to close the game out. They still got 48 seconds, so they can just look to just fight and end it as they smoke, and they're gonna run right into the base. Pinging the tier 4s, they've got full AC coming out too.
He's got the BKB, Sandstorm Blind, no longer an issue, but no Chrono for 30.
They do see him, Charlie. So be a little careful here. As you said, yeah, full AC now for Funix, so these pushes gonna be that much faster. Funix sitting on the sidelines waiting.
Just looking to end here. Tier 4s are falling. What can they do? How can they stop this RDO? Oh, that's been disarmed.
Charlie, BKB, it's on RDO.
They're trying to focus him down. They've got the overgrowth to control the two of them. Charlie committing on. The bash is coming in. RDO's having to get the thunder off, though. Back up to full HP.
Ravage. It's stolen.
They need more on Charlie. They've got Chrono back up. Chrono's back up with the stolen Ravage indeed. He catches the three of them. Charlie has the Chrono. Can he get it off in time? He jumps in. It doesn't matter. He can't do it. As GG is called, the Ancient Falls level up there. And RDO, I mean, they're legendary Terrorblade. And you're seeing why. I mean, as I say, that 7 HP, he dies there. The game's over. We're going to a game 3. Doesn't happen. They're able to pull it off. RDO with the clutch man to play. And the Sunder.
Look at the faces. Look at them. They're all just there. Even at the end of the game, too, Funix does a GGXD. So does LeBron. Yeah, like, oh, man. That was
that moment.
So clutch. Unbelievable. Very back and forth game. Could definitely say Chicken Fighters winning at any moment, but whew,
no, this was, and this was much better from Chicken Fighters compared to some of the other shows that we've seen. They were able to have a good mid-game. Charlie on his Void. He was having a pretty good time. 12, 2, and 5. It was working out. Supreme, you know, a million times better than what we saw from him in game 1. This December having impact, but as you say, when that sort of play happens in a game as close as this, you just can't even be mad if you're Chicken Fighters. You're just like, oh, well, we lost. You know, that's, I mean, yeah, GG.
GG. That's you're just like, okay, well, respect. Okay, well, that just happened. And also, props to DNZ, really. This Rubik, 8, 2, and 9. Unbelievable steals all game. Not getting picked off almost at all. The base defense, he baits them in super far. Ends up like buying back, turning everything too. That was a sick game.
Oh, wow, there we go, ladies and gentlemen. Indeed, and a game in a series the level up will be very happy with. It's going to be all theirs. They take it 2-0 here against Chicken Fighters.
And with their victory here, it means that they are guaranteed in the top 2. No chance of them getting knocked out of that top 2 anymore here in the lower division, which means upper division on the horizon. We're going to, of course, talk to the winners about that and break down the game and the series.
Let's take it slow. Where you go, I go too. And if you hit the bottom, I'm going down with you. Let's take it slow. Who cares where we gotta be? You know you'll have a good time wherever you're with me. Let's take it slow. Ask me how we got here, 'cause you don't know how. You say we're taking on water, yeah, we're sinking now. You're looking all concerned, like we're gonna drown. But we both know how to swim, no worries, let's flow for now. Let's take it slow. Where you go, I go too. And if you hit the bottom, I'm going down with you. Let's take it slow. Who cares where we gotta be? You know you'll have a good time wherever you're with me. Let's take it slow. I drag you out your mind, and there are days I hate you, but baby, you're still mine. And then we have the best times, no